He's full of stories. He is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty. He's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty. He's quite the guy.
Well, hi, folks. I got a couple people in the basement that I was chatting with, and I was explaining to them, don't mind me if you see me looking over here and looking over there, doing this. I got so many pokers in the fire right now. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, except that it's Sunday, and here we are at the Sty Shack, hanging out. I'm glad to see y'all. Glad to see y'all. It's been one heck of a, I tell you what, this week has been crazy, and next week is going to be worse. So, yeah, I really am glad we're doing this right now. It gives me a break away from the madness, I got to shout out those folks out in the chat. Lynn Mitzi, she popped in there. It's good to see you. Love you too, girl. Awesome. And there's Kathy Gahan. Yes, there's Kathy. Awesome. Mr. Fulton. Yeah, his team won their basketball game. That's awesome. That's good. He came out first place in that tourney. That's good. No, and there we go. Just another issue. My mouse is going to heck on me. The wheel on the mouse, just tap it and the screen goes wild. So I'm struggling with my mouse. I mean, Sty can't even control a lousy mouse, right? Okay. Then we got Roy and Becky's Travels. Awesome. It's great to see you. Howdy, howdy. And there's Tim, Kirk Whipper, Voyager Center. Awesome. There's metal music. Maniac. Good grilling weather for us, folks. Temps in the lower 40s. What should I grill today? Any suggestions? Anything. Grill anything. Yeah, it's a balmy 24 degrees here today. We're going to be above freezing for a few days in a row coming, but we're not. I think 40 degrees is the highest we're going to see in the next week. I'm okay with it. If it's above 32, above freezing, I'm happy with it. Hey, there's Freeman James. Hey there, brother. It's great to see ya. Hope you're all having a good Sunday. That's all the folks out in the chat. I'm going to pull these folks up out of the basement real quick here. We'll just get to chatting. Get to chatting today. There's Gemma. Hey, sweetie. Hey, yeah, I got a message from Samantha Lee. She's going to try to jump on with us.
Yay!
She was busy with the boy. Had some things to do. I got to think of the time zone because it's only about 10 o'clock where she's at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's not afternoon for her or evening. But yeah, Gemma from the UK. If you guys aren't watching her, you better be. Don't let me catch you not.
I appreciate that.
Oh,
I hope
right.
you guys are well in the chat. I hope you guys have got your choice of beverage. I have my soda next to me on my little bedroom table.
Roy and Becky saying, "Don't hate us," but it's 71 degrees here in Quartzsite, Arizona. Oh, shut up, you two! I mean, yeah. 71 degrees. Oh, isn't that just one of the perfect temps? I mean, what a nice temperature that
Yeah,
is.
Roy and Becky, you're lucky. Right now here in UK, it's going up and down between 3 degrees and 2 degrees Celsius right now. It's
Yeah,
down in the last hour or so, but it's quite cold.
they're just barely above freezing there. So yeah, so Gemma knows what it's kind of like for what
Yeah,
I
it's
got.
cold.
It's-
Yeah.
yeah. The
I actually slipped on ice the other day. Like I said to you, I slipped on some ice, and I've actually just got my hand.
oh yeah.
I had all bruising from my operation, and then I slipped over and had all pink bruising up my hand here. It just faded.
Oh
My hand was severely bruised. I was like, "Yeah, which wasn't clever."
no, you don't want to be falling on that. You just got it fixed. Don't
Yeah,
don't be falling on that.
yeah. I was like, I got up. I'm like, "Ow, that's gonna hurt me now!" Yay!
Yeah, here we go again. Something else. Yeah, that
It's
seems to
better
be
now.
the
Hi, Tim. By the way.
uh, the Roy said that poor Becky has to fly back to frozen Indiana in a few days. Well,
Oh, that sucks.
yeah. I hope you kept some winter clothes for that. Hey, Underground Thomas, good to see you. Still dealing with frozen drain pipe in upstate New York.
Youch.
Frozen drain pipes really suck. Really suck.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to shout out
We're
to
lucky
this.
that we get them.
There's the real Robert Rockwell, not the fake one. It's the real one. Yeah. Good to see you, Robert. And we're going to pull this guy out of the basement too, Gemma. There he is. Look at that. Oh my gosh. We're flying down the highway.
Hello.
Yep.
It's
Hi.
50 degrees here in Indiana.
Oh, is it 50 in Indiana?
Yeah, almost all the snow's gone. Yeah, it's
I
beautiful.
see that. I like seeing that. I wish the hell I didn't have all this medical crap to deal with and starting next week, and then it's going to be that way the rest of my life. I want to be out in that stuff, man. I want to be where there's no snow right now. I want to, yeah. I'd love it. I've still got on top of my truck out back of the place here. I've got about 2.5 feet of snow over the stinking box of the truck on my tonneau cover, and I've got to go out there towards the end of this coming week and try to get that weight off of it, because it's going to be warming up. It'll get heavier yet. But on the roof of the truck and the hood of the truck, there's spots of that's close to 3 feet deep. Oh, what a mess. And they tell me, don't do any shoveling. I said, right. Think about where I live. How in the hell am I supposed to not do shoveling? You got to shovel just to be awake in this part of the country. I mean, you can't, heck, you almost can't walk from one room to the other without a shovel.
Yeah.
I don't worry about snow, though. Somebody told me that, well, we could get some snow in the middle of the week while I was looking at what day we're supposed to get precipitation. And if that's snow, it'll be a miracle because it's going to be well above freezing. So it'll probably be rain. Hopefully not freezing rain. But let it snow. I wouldn't mind a big snowstorm. Not with that snowblower I got out here. Holy Lord, that thing can blow some snow.
Yeah, and next week, apparently, in the UK, we've been put under a weather warning for next week. We're meant to be getting temperatures of -12, -13, and apparently it's going to be snowing quite bad here, so we've all been weather warned.
Well,
The UK is not used to snow. The last time we had snow, the UK went into massive shutdown. Everything just.
well, this is what I look at every day. Up there in the right-hand corner. Yeah. That's our front yard. Running water truck parked out front. The snow blower sitting there ready to go. All gassed up and ready to go.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of snow still standing there. And we could this time of year, it would not be surprising to me for us to get a big, huge snowstorm eventually coming through. But I'm looking at that sky where running water's running right now. Look at that beautiful blue sky. I mean, that compared to looking out my front window, gray and dark and nasty looking. And
yeah,
he's got that nice blue sky.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
but there's a trade-off. It's windy as hell out here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. They're ranged between 45 to 60 mile per hour winds. Made it interesting for untarping and then retarping the steel load I had.
Yeah, and then you got all that flat country.
Yeah.
I mean, so nothing to slow the wind down at all.
And it's not a consistent direction. It just keeps switching which direction the wind's going. So,
yeah,
I rolled all around our plant trying to find the back corner where I can block the wind. It didn't matter.
Didn't matter where you parked.
No. So.
Yeah, Kathy gone. They had a 21-degree shift. Oh, just overnight. Went from 21 below to 0 overnight. Yeah, that's a big shift. That's a big shift in temp. 20 degrees. Boom. Oh. But going from negative 21 to 0. Heat wave. Yeah.
This is my island in the sun.
Sun. Yeah.
I wish it was sunny here. It's not done nothing but rain solidly for like the last 12 days. Every day, it's just rain. Hi, Mr. Fulton.
Yeah, that rain can get pretty depressing, you know.
Yeah, literally every day is the same weather. It's just rain constantly. If it's not rain, it's wind. Just, boring.
Well, I think most of the folks watching know that was it almost 3 weeks ago. I had a port put in, so they can draw blood and they can give my chemo infusions through that port in my chest now. Well, I'm finally getting kind of used to it being there. You know, it's weird having that thing under your skin, you know, but it hasn't been used yet. They put it in, but they haven't used it yet. Tomorrow they're going to be using it 3 times, and a little bit of anxiety over that shit. I've gotten to the point where, is that going to hurt? And they say, well, yeah. Well, you give me something that will make it not hurt.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of anything hurting. If it hurts, I don't want it. No, I don't want that shit.
Of course you don't. You want them to be made better, not have pain.
Comfortable. Yeah, you want to be comfortable, you know. So it'll be interesting tomorrow. But I already warned, I talked to one of the gals from the cancer center because I got to be in there for 5.5 hours tomorrow. And
Ouch.
And I told her, I said, the minute you see that I check in, get that fresh pot of coffee going.
Oh, yeah.
And whichever infusion room they're going to put me in, just drop one of the big snack baskets in there right next to my chair.
Heck yeah.
Because I'm going to be snacking and drinking coffee for 4 hours. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Watch the Food Network for 4 hours. That's the only nice thing about going there. The little bit of pain I got to put up with. is kind of worth it because I get to kick back in this. It's a big recliner that you sit in, and it's got a table on each side of it, armrest kind of tables.
Oh,
And
nice.
I can have my snacks and my coffee on the table right there. And you get the remote for the TV. You watch whatever you want on TV. And that chair has a vibrator in it.
Oh, wow.
And a heater. It's got different temperatures you can set it for, and it heats the whole chair up. And that thing is so awesome. So awesome. But I'm going to get them to try to turn that chair a little more tomorrow so I can see outside.
Yeah.
Because they typically have the big window in the room facing behind you. So I
Yeah.
want it turned enough where I can look outside. I don't.
Well, they're bringing that hospital bread. Maybe they should bring one of those chairs too.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Well, if they brought me one of those chairs, I'd want. They're comfortable to sit in, but I don't think it'd be comfortable to sleep in. So I'd have to have some kind of like a futon mattress set on it,
Yeah.
a narrow mattress laid on it, and then that bugger would be super comfortable. I don't even want to think about them bringing that damn hospital bed in. Jesus Christ, that I'm hoping is way the hell down the road yet, another year from now or so, But these gals I got working with me through the palliative care and the hospice care, oh man, they want me to have everything right now. I said, do you know something that I don't? Is this going to be a lot shorter than the 1 to 2 years thing? And they said, no, we're hoping that you last another 4 years. She said, pretty doubtful, the one gal, she goes, it's pretty doubtful with your diagnosis, but we want you to hang around as long as possible. I said, well, I'd like to stick around as long as possible too. But
Hell yeah.
she said, we're just thinking we'll get you as comfortable as we can as soon as we can. And then we don't have to worry about it that you're feeling miserable and we're trying to get you comfortable. We'd rather have you comfortable straight through the whole thing. I said, well, I don't know. I kind of like my bedroom upstairs. I said, if you bring a hospital bed in, that'll be the end of me using my bedroom upstairs. And they said, well, yeah, but I said, but I like my bedroom upstairs.
Yeah, you like your bedroom, yeah.
Yeah, and
It's independent. You don't. If you're not ready to give it up yet, then you shouldn't be made to.
yeah. And well, these crazy gals, they said, we'll make you comfortable downstairs. We'll bring a couple of the pieces of furniture from your bedroom that are family heirlooms that you like so much. We'll bring those down. There'll be enough room for them. And we'll bring all the pictures and photos you got on your walls in your bedroom. We'll bring them down and hang them for you so that you can see them in the room. I said, you'll do that? Well, if we don't, we'll have somebody do it for you. I said, well, it's okay. What the hell? I don't give a shit. I don't care. I got a really nice cot out in the shed you can throw in there and I'll lay on that. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It'd be like camping.
Nice.
But yeah, I just got so many. I got so damn much stuff that I got to get done and got to get squared away, and then this dealing with the IRS. I started that today, and I ain't touching that again till next week. It's driving me nuts. I mean, yeah. That people didn't hear our conversation earlier, but yeah, I mean, all right, I earned some money, right? I do earn some money. I don't get just my Social Security. I earn a little extra money. Because of changes, and I don't give a shit what anybody says, oh yeah, the Republicans are going to jack up your taxes and this, that. Oh no, they're not. But the Dems did. The sons of bitches changed the IRS regs. I'm 66 years old a week from today. A week from today, next Saturday, I turn 66.
Woohoo! Party!
Party, yeah, right. But I find out doing my taxes this year, $800 of my Social Security, they're taxing. They're taxing it. They're taxing all of my YouTube income, any other outside income, they're taxing. Every year, everybody gets this earned income credit, right? So if you earned an income, so Social Security doesn't qualify for that because that's not considered earned income. Even though you had to earn it, you had to pay it in, right? But it's not considered earned income. But any other income is earned. Now, the Dems had put, I didn't even realize it. The minute I turned 65, I'm no longer qualified for earned income. So any money I make gets taxed. So them suckers, when I first did my taxes, just roughly plugging all the income and expenses and crap in, I owed the IRS $690 some dollars. I got to pay them almost $700. So I finessed a little bit, got it down to $300. Now I'm finessing some more, try to get them taxes down to nothing. But here I am, retired, 66 years old. I get Social Security and I make a few grand a year on the side, and they're going to tax the shit out of me. But yet, if I was 50 years old and had a business going, earning my own income, I could get all this earned income credit to reduce my taxes down to almost nothing. Sons of bitches going after retired people that, I mean, I ain't got extra money. And, oh no, not only do I get screwed on my Social Security and my Medicare, now they're going to make me pay taxes on it too. That's a first. That's a first. Not something this old boy was expecting to see. Yeah. Yeah, they say that basically what they're saying is that when you turn 65, you shouldn't be allowed to work unless you pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
Even though you're not pay all the taxes on it. You don't get any credits like everybody else. Once you turn 65, if you make extra money, you get extra taxes. That really does piss me off.
Yeah, but hey, if you pop out a bunch of kids, you can get more back than you paid in.
Well, the problem is unless I'm willing to live with the kids,
right,
and their mama, and pay to feed them all, house them all, take care of them all, I won't get those credits.
But I saw on Facebook, men can have babies now too.
Oh yeah, that's the last thing I need to do is be a man that's pregnant along with everything else I got going on. No thanks. No thanks. I don't want no. No. The hot flashes, I get those.
Oh God.
Not for the same reason the gals do, but
Yeah, it sucks.
No, yeah, I know. Some people might think I'm being mean and cruel, but
Yeah.
that they're talking about Michelle Obama running for president. Okay. And
Oh God.
and but lately she's been bringing up the fact that she's having trouble with menopause, and that the hot flashes, and that she can't wait till she doesn't have to deal with that anymore. I'll tell you what, I'm sorry to the ladies out there, but I've had to experience trying to relate to a poor woman going through her menopause. You don't want her as president during that. Wait till she's completely over it. Then
Yeah.
decide whether she should be president or not. During that process, no. No. Because she'll be one moody bugger. Oh, she'll be moody. And she'll make rash decisions just because of the frustration she's going through. And I don't think if men went through that, I'd say the same thing about them. They shouldn't be running for office during that time. It's not good.
No, because our emotions are all over the place, and I'm a woman. I can say that it wouldn't be a suitable idea. It wouldn't be practical at all.
No. To have to deal with too many things at one time kind of situation, you know.
It's the heightened emotions. You've got the unrealistic thoughts. You have the quick reactions to situations, and it's just no. It wouldn't be practical. I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah. There, you heard it right from Gemma.
Yep, sensible facts. It's just how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, and we've had that discussion before on, when you get people that, apply the same reaction to a threat as they do an insult.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, no, you can't go all out on an insult, but England insulted me. Push the button.
Yeah.
There's a difference between an insult and how you take it. That's the thing. There's the context of it.
Right, exactly.
But the other day I had a situation where I was on another stream and someone on the panel called me weak, and I took that as a direct insult. But now looking back at it and realizing I maybe should have thought about my actions before exploding, I got very angry. I was like, how dare you call me weak? Rah! And snap. And now thinking back at it, I was like, hold on a minute. In what way was it aimed at me? And I had to kind of think it through. And I'm like, oops, Gemma made a boo-boo because I got upset. And looking back at it, it wasn't an intentional insult. It was just the way it was said that hurt me.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of one of those, choose your battles type deal. It's like, is it really worth it humoring this idiot that's saying these things?
Exactly. That's what I had to think about. I was like, I probably shouldn't have reacted as quick as I did. I probably should have kept my mouth shut.
Because no matter what you say or how you react, there's still going to be an idiot afterwards.
Oh yeah.
And that's where people need to learn to laugh at themselves sometimes. I mean,
I laugh myself all the time.
There's always that opportunity to say, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that. It happens on a regular basis for everybody. And just some people aren't willing to admit it. That if you're not screwing up once in a while, then I wonder, are you truly human? Yeah.
That's like yesterday. I went to karaoke and I forgot 2 of the words in the song, and I literally laughed at myself. I ended the song. I was like, Gemma, that was so ridiculous. Like, I missed 2 words. I'm like,
Yeah, it happens. Well, I don't know if all of a sudden I've got a bad case of OCD or what. But the other day I went out to start the truck. I got in the truck, started it. Oh, no, wait. before I even got in it, I go, oh shit. Did I lock the door behind me? Because I didn't have the house keys with me. I just had those truck keys. So I walked all the way back to the house, checked. Oh, no, it's unlocked. Good. And I reached in and checked the lock. Now it's unlocked. I closed it. Went back, started the truck. I'm sitting in the truck going, oh, geez. Now, did I go check that lock and lock it? As if I forgot to lock the door?
Yeah.
Or what? So I got out of the truck again, went back to the house. Second time, and I go, oh, no, it's unlocked. I got halfway back out to the truck, and I go, stop. Go in the house and get the house keys. Okay? So I go in the house and grab my keys that have the house keys on it. I get out to the truck, and I'm just letting it warm up and battery charge up. Get done, I'm heading, walking up to the door, and I go and I grab the doorknob, and it's locked. I locked it on the way out, but I've got the house keys, right? So I'm patting my pockets. Where the hell's my house keys? I couldn't find my house keys. I'm like, son of a bitch. Well, at least I got the truck keys. So if I have to, I can go somewhere. And then I thought, I could call my kid. He hasn't headed home from work yet. And I'm going, oh no, the phone's in the house. But I'm sure I grabbed those house keys. I went back out to the truck, got in the truck, trying to think, oh, now what am I going to do? What window can I prop open to crawl in without breaking my neck? And I look, and there's the house keys sitting on the passenger seat. I grabbed them suckers. I got the truck keys, the house keys, and I was still nervous about locking the truck. It was one of them days where, man, I wasn't sure if I did it or not. Anything.
Yeah, I did that a few days ago to my apartment. I was going out to meet my dad, and my dad was waiting outside of me. And I'm like, did I lock that damn door? And I must have come back about 5 times. I was like rattling my door. And I'm like, yes, it's locked. And I'm like, but did I lock the inside door? And I'm like, I ended up checking about 5. And then my dad's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't think I locked my door. But my dad's like, Gemma, it's locked. Look. And he's like, it's locked. Leave it. I was like, okay.
Okay. We have 2 microwaves, and I can't remember what it was. I threw in the microwave. Well, I use them both. I went in the kitchen, and I opened the microwave. I go, it ain't in there. I know I heard the buzzer go off. I swear I did, but I did have music going on in the room where I was at.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in there. I said, oh, shit, I put it in the other one. I went over and opened it, and I go, it ain't in there either.
Hey, Samantha.
Well, where the hell could it be, right? And I thought, just for shits and giggles, I opened the freezer, and yeah, it's still there.
Samantha's here.
I only intended on doing it. I never did. Samantha Lee is in the house. Oh, God, it's so good to see you, girl. It's so good to see you. I met a gal last week. She's one of my hospice nurses. And she reminds me a lot of Samantha, so much of Samantha. But she's not talented like Samantha. She doesn't have the musical talent. And I told her that's a shame, because I said, you look so much like a dear friend of mine. I said, it's nice to have you on my team. I said, not that I'm using you or anything, but you do help me keep fresh on my mind, Samantha Lee.
Hi, Kathy.
yeah, and her mannerisms and just her aura is a lot like Samantha's. And so I didn't have a clue who she was. She's going to show up and she's going to talk about my cancer care and stuff. And she just wanted to introduce herself to me because she'll be there at the end of this journey I'm on. She said that she'll be there right to the literal end. And I said, well, how can you be sure of that? She said, oh, no, you'll find out. She says,
Yeah.
when you get down to your last month, you'll be seeing a lot of me, she said, and I'll be scheduled on call. So, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you would make Sty laugh every day, Sam. No doubt about
She
it.
would. She would. Yep. She would.
You're everybody's piece of sunshine, Sam.
Yeah. Samantha would. Yeah, she makes my day just seeing a comment from her. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. Yeah, I'm real curious as to how this summer's gonna go. There's things I'm looking forward to, but not knowing how I'm going to physically, what kind of physical condition I'll be in is the hard part. A lot of things I want to do are pretty simple, straightforward, easy, not difficult things. So I think I'll be able to get a lot of those things in, be able to do a lot of things.
Yeah, I should think you should be able to.
I mean, this team that I got, for my cancer care telling me, oh, Sty, we can make arrangements, get somebody to come and shovel your snow and do all the snow blowing and that. And I said, like hell you are. Keep them the hell away from here. And she said, why? We can get someone to do that stuff for you. I said, no, you guys don't get it. Don't take away the things I like to do. I mean, I like to go out and do the snow removal. I love running the snow blower. Don't take that away from me. I said, because if you did that, then it would be, we'll find somebody to come and mow your lawn for you. And no, I don't want that. I want to do it. I like mowing my lawn, damn it. Don't take that away from me. And they said, but it would be so much easier. I said, I'm not looking for easy. I'm looking for enjoyable. And there's a lot of things I've done in my life that were really enjoyable, but took a lot of effort. I mean, so this is nothing new. Don't try to take things away from me, for crying out loud.
No.
It's Samantha. I just want to be supportive. Laughter is the best medicine. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It truly is. I found, like now, with my schedule for this week, it's so disappointing because it's going to be hard to keep up with folks and stuff with everything I got going on. I got doctor's appointments starting tomorrow, straight through Thursday of this week. Friday's the only day I don't see people related to medical reasons. I don't like that. And
I know.
two of the gals that are coming are that they're one's a RPN, one's an LPN. They're nurses. And there are certain things they need to do and stuff. And I said, as long as you can do it while I'm playing PlayStation. They said, what? And I said, I don't want you interfering with what I want to do.
No.
I said, so you'll have to work around some things. Just don't get between me and the TV while you're here, and we're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
They laugh about it. They laugh about it.
You should
Like
be able to do your daily routine as you want to.
yeah, that's like tomorrow now. This having to go to that stupid cancer clinic. Fortunately, I only have to go through what I'm going through tomorrow twice a month. It's every 2 weeks. So, but
Okay.
I was saying earlier that I get there and I talked to one of the gals in the department that I'll be at tomorrow. The minute you see that I register at the front desk, get that fresh pot of coffee going
Heck
because I'm
yeah.
going to want my coffee with my creamer and extra sugar in it, and make sure the remote for the TV's handy, and bring the snack basket in the room and just leave it there because I'm going to be here for 4 hours. So, yeah, I'll need the whole basket. And she was just
Heck
laughing.
yeah.
She said, "We'll make sure you got plenty of goodies and all the coffee you want." I said, "And the remote. I got to have my remote. I ain't sitting
Heck
there with
yeah.
tubes hooked up to me for 4 frickin' hours and not get to watch the Food Channel." Yeah,
Yes.
and there's
They
things
should,
I
they
go
should let
ahead.
you bring your PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
Look everything up in there. That it would take
4 hours will just fly.
yeah, 4 hours ain't enough time on PlayStation. I finally got so far. It's going okay. I haven't got anybody that's screwing it up, but so far, if anybody ever wants to try to reach me by phone or text or emails or anything, and you send it to me and expect me to respond before noon, it's hit or miss. It's some mornings I get up 7, 8 o'clock. Some mornings I don't get up till 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
Because last night was another one of them damn nights. I took a nap early evening last night, about an hour and a half. But then I didn't go to bed until 4:30 this morning. And then I got up at 9 o'clock. So
Wow.
so I got about 6 hours of sleep. But that's very typical of me sitting here playing PlayStation or watching a series. I've been
Yeah.
I watched Spartacus all the way through over the last few days. It's only the third time I've watched that series beginning to end, but but yeah, I feel like I should have more sleep, but I don't feel I need more sleep.
Oh yeah, I know where you come from.
I yeah, at night, as long as I got my PlayStation to play or something to watch, I'll stay up all damn night.
Yeah, me and my nephew done that on Friday. I had him here on Friday night. He goes, "Auntie Gemma, can I bring my PlayStation?" I'm like, "Okay." We end up playing FIFA together for like nearly 7 hours. I'm like, by
Yeah.
Saturday morning, I'm like this. I'm like nodding off, and I'm like, "Oh no, I'm really
Running
tired."
water will vouch for me. There's been a couple times he's been home where him and I have sat for 18 hours playing PlayStation.
Damn.
Yeah, where we'd burn up 18 hours in a day playing PlayStation the whole day and almost all through the night. And yeah, well, yeah.
Well, and often it's the same game, and we're noticing different things and different tips and tossing them back and forth to each other.
Yeah. One of us will accidentally bump into something that neither one of us knew, and we'll go, whoa, look at what I just figured out. By accident, I went and we're always
check out this menu I found.
Yeah, it's like find anything new lately, running water? You find anything else extra? It's or I'll be in a fix and I'll go, you got any idea how the heck I can get through this? I'm trying to do this, and he'd go, oh, I read into that. Yeah, you do this, this, and that. Oh, cool. That. Yeah, that works. So it's we don't have to play the same game together in the game. We're playing the same game separately, totally separately, but in the same room. So it can get pretty interesting sometimes. That's yeah. But it's good entertainment.
Yeah.
It goes a long way.
Me and my nephew enjoy it. He was trying to teach me about how to play Fortnite the other day, and I tried my best to understand. I was just like, nope, Auntie Gemma doesn't get it. Nope.
Well, and that's it. Is with running water. There's some games he plays that I know that I just wouldn't get really into it.
Yeah.
So I don't play them. But then there's games he plays where I don't have that game, and he's playing it, and I'm playing something different, and next thing I know, I'm getting killed or something over on my game because I'm paying attention to his game.
Yeah.
And I'll ask him, well, what game is that? And he'll tell me what it was. Well, I go right to the PlayStation store and start looking. And so most of the games I'm playing right now, the majority of them are games that I saw Running Water playing, and I didn't have that game. And I go, aha, that one I would be interested. And so I jump on and wait till they're available on sale, and grab it. And
Yeah.
Or I'm kind of like a dealer, a pusher. It's like, well, here's some PayPal. You try that out. See if you like that.
Yeah, dummy.
And then he goes back in and buys all the DLCs afterwards because he does like it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Fallout. I played all the Fallouts except for Fallout 4. And Running Water was playing Fallout 4, and I wasn't sure if I owned it or not. And I'm scrambling around, checking through all my discs. No, I don't have it. And I'm watching it, and I'm going, damn it, I gotta play Fallout 4. So he said, hey, I'll pony up. I'll buy Fallout 4 for you. Okay. So he does. Oh, yeah. Well, I paid almost as much in DLCs, the add-ons, as he did for the game because I liked it so much. I bought every freaking add-on they had for it. I just awesome. I loved this. And yeah, I was addicted to Fallout 4 for the longest time. In fact, last night I was tempted to fire it back up. But I was at a high point in Spartacus, so I figured, no, I gotta watch this. I can't be playing PlayStation. I gotta watch this.
Well, I saw you were back in Conan again the other night.
Oh yeah. The only thing I don't like about Conan, it's the only thing I don't like about it, is I can't have multiple games.
Right.
Yeah. You start one. That's the only one you got. And then you want to start a whole new world, you delete your old game and start fresh. You don't get to keep the old game and keep playing in it. I wish I could have multiple games.
Well, unless you play it on PS4 and PS5, then you play 2 of each.
Right. Yeah. That is true. I was kind of surprised with that because I've noticed with some of my games, even though I updated to PS5, it updates the save data too. And so the original game's still there. Some of them, no, it's PS5 specific, PS4 specific. So So then you can double up on your play, switching between systems. The that's the thing
Yeah.
when they set up the room, they're talking that when I get to that hospital bed stage, that they I told them how I would like it, kind of set
Yeah.
up, and they want access on both sides of that bed. And I said, well, you're going to have to be real careful on one side because I'm going to have my computer in there so I can do live streams. I'm going to have my PS5 in there so I can play PlayStation. And
Yeah.
they're laughing, and they said, well, we do hospice for not just elderly, all the way down to children. And they said, we're used to having all of this extra stuff in the room so that person has the best time they can in that situation. I said, that's good. That's good. As long as I can.
Well, and
I,
I was wondering about that, and I thought about that. What would probably be easiest is one of those rolling, like standing desk type deals. To put your monitor and speakers and mount your camera on there so it could be swung around like over the bed, but then just have all the wires, you know, running through a
I,
conduit
I,
to go to the computer and the
I'm,
PlayStation.
well, one of the gals, I liked her suggestion was all the equipment against one wall, swing out TV, swing out arm,
Mhm.
where they can pull the bed away from the wall if they need to
Right.
get to that side,
Okay.
because there won't be really a lot of floor space to have anything that can be rolled around. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That like on a cart or anything that can be movable like that, because they said you'll be looking at IV poles and
Raymond.
possible other support things that'll be standing in there, and it'd be nice. And then she said, wireless mouse, wireless keyboard, wireless controller, because then everything can be away from you with no wires between that stuff and you. And you can have all those things on a table right in front of you. And
How are you, Raymond, brother?
there's Roman. There's our man right there.
Yeah.
Roman.
If nothing else, we'll take your big TV and put it on a mount on one side of the room so it's at the foot of your bed.
Holy shit.
And then
Holy
just have all your controls and stuff that you can access and just use as your monitor across the room. You have your own theater.
I thinking about that. I don't know how it fit there. I don't know how. I don't know how, but
Well, I would put it over towards like where those cubes are by the closet, because don't need to get in and out of that closet.
It actually could sit at an angle there, and the bed could sit from the corner by the window at an angle. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like a 45-degree. Look at here. Boom. There she is.
Samantha.
I'm gonna give her top slot for a little while. That now I got the girls surrounding me. Running water there. Running water. You're just in the corner.
I'm used to the corner.
It's so good to see you, girl. Big hugs. Oh.
Big hugs. How you doing?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I almost hit a fucking moose last night. That was scary.
Oh shit! No shit.
Yeah. I was going probably about 60 on the back road, fish hook, and it's slick out. So something told me, Samantha, slow down, and I don't know what it was. And as soon as I slowed down, I come around the corner, and there that fucker is, just slowly walking across the road. So I missed this guy by about that much.
Hey, I don't know which one of you gals sent him the link, but thank you very much. There he is.
Hey, buddy.
I can count on Samantha.
Sorry, I don't mean to crash your party, man.
Good to see
you. You ain't crashing nothing, man.
Come on.
I don't even know, Roman, if I got you on Facebook, but
I love that robe.
he looks like one of them characters off of Spartacus that I
Hey,
was watching
Kwani.
last night.
Hey, Kawani, how you doing, man?
Hey, Guani, awesome. Roman,
Looking
how
all
are you
cozy.
doing, bud?
I'm all right. I'm having some kind of leg problem.
Leg problem.
Yeah, so I had some rats get under my hood of my truck, and I was fixing up some wires on it about 3 weeks ago, and I felt like I pulled a tendon or tore a muscle on my calf, my leg, and it went away after a few days like it normally does, pulled muscle. Hurts for a while. Well, then like a week later, it came back, and now my whole lower leg's all swollen up.
Well, that ain't no good.
Ankle's swollen. Everything's like super hard and filled with blood. I'm trying to keep it in the air and take lots of ibuprofen, but it just doesn't seem to be getting any better.
Man, oh man, oh man.
But
And,
the weed helps.
If it,
Yeah, cannabis will help for sure.
Them sons of bitches, I tell you, I know what's going to happen. I tell you, I'd be sitting here. Oh my God, I'd be sitting here. I tell you what, I'd go old school, and I'd go down to our local head shop down here and buy me a really sweet water pipe, man, and I'd make sure that it's at least a 2-liner. I'd prefer a 4-liner if I got a crowd, but I'd have that sucker right next to my bed too, or right next to the couch over here. That this damn state's got to legalize that shit, man.
Shit.
I'm sorry, if I sounded all disgruntled about certain things, let it go over your head if you don't want to hear it. But as far as I'm concerned, our government can go fuck themselves, and you know what? I don't know if you heard earlier, Roman, I'm doing my fucking taxes. They even taxed a portion of my fucking Social Security.
Of course they did. Are you surprised?
$800 of my Social Security they actually fucking taxed.
Jesus Christ.
And then because they passed a new goddamn law. They just passed that fucking law for this tax year for 2021 or no, 2022's taxes. Just passed that law. If you're over the age of 65, you are no longer eligible for earned income credit. Even though you have earned income, you aren't allowed to use it. Sons of bitches. So I get an IRS bill for almost $700 that I got to pay in taxes. Them sons of bitches give me $1,300 a month to live on in Social Security, and then they want to tax me almost $1,000. Fuck you. I mean, what the fuck? I'm earning money, you sons of bitches, and you're making me pay all the taxes, but not allowing.
You're getting your money back that you already
credit.
fucking earned. Yeah, you already fucking earned that money, man.
Well, and that's it. It's Social Security. You're not allowed to count for earned income credit. Well, wait a minute. I had to earn that to pay it to you fuckers. So why isn't it earned income?
Huh.
They're nuts.
Sorry, my dogs are barking.
Samantha Lee. She muted herself. She says in the comments that she lost 50
Sky,
pounds.
Sorry. Yeah.
Did you lose 50 pounds?
Yep.
I could tell you had lost some, but that much, girl?
Yeah. Yep. I was
Oh,
pushing
my
180
Lord.
and I was pushing 180 pounds and I'm at like 128 now.
Oh my Lord, girl.
That was all from drinking though. I quit drinking and it just came right off. Yeah.
Oh boy. Now I'm picturing back some of your photos of back in the day, girl. Don't start dancing at the clubs
I
now.
won't. I won't.
Okay.
that part of my life.
Unless it's a club a block away from my house. If it's a club just a block away from my house, I might tolerate it.
Well, it's a good thing you're not around, us, up around Sty. He'd help you find those pounds again. The way he eats and snacks.
Oh, shut the hell up! I wouldn't let her. I might make her watch me eat it, but I wouldn't let her at all. You're not. You do as Sty says, not as Sty does.
Yeah.
Get that?
Yeah.
Straight.
Sty's the type that he breaks the donuts in half so that the calories will fall out.
Yeah. Try to dump the calories out of it. Yeah. The God, I'm sitting here trying to clean up my studio over bullshit. Goddamn bean stickers.
Oh, look. Those are cute, though.
Oh, that's cute. Oh,
Bean. Who drew
Yeah.
that?
that's cute.
The Bean on the Bay Facebook stickers. Yeah. The Running Water's little mascot. He's a character.
That's
I look at Bean as he's just another one of my grandkids. Yeah.
Oh, he was living large in the motel.
Oh, I bet. The
That King Suite that we were in. Yeah, he liked that. Set up the laptop so he could watch his anime while I played PlayStation on the room's TV, big screen.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I suppose.
Nice.
And it was actually kind of nice there because for the cable TV in the room, they had like these little streaming boxes, your Fire Stick type boxes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But it was a landline, like a Cat 8 cable plugged into that box. And, you didn't have actual cable, you had the service that was on there.
Huh.
Well, I tested it out. I unplugged it from that box and plugged it into the PlayStation and plugged it into the laptop. It was like, it's running at like 500 megabits per second off the landline. The Wi-Fi was about the Wi-Fi was like 8 megabits per second. And it's like, well, no, I'm just going to direct line this stuff. I don't need their streaming box.
Right. Right. No shit.
I got my own streaming accounts.
Yeah. The God, I hate this shit. That they want to give me that old fart. I've fallen down, can't get up equipment, and it's like, all right, my studio is designed for the internet and for YouTube. It ain't designed for that shit. I don't need another box on here or shit. And they said, but if you do fall and you need some help, you're going to really appreciate that. I said, you know what? You just don't know me well enough. If I fall and I can't get up, the last thing I'm going to do is start yelling for help. I'm going to start figuring out where the hell I can crawl to get the fuck back up because it's too embarrassing. I fell on my ass, so I can't get up. No, I don't like that shit. But I gotta cave in and admit I've known people in the past that it really did do its purpose for them, where they had a severe accident, needed aid.
Well, and I think of situations like Grandma when she fell and
knocked her eye out.
Yeah.
My mother was in her 80s, and she just wasn't very stable on her feet anymore. And she comes out of her bedroom and walks into her living room and trips over her own feet. She's got this square coffee table in the living room, falls and lands, knocks her eye out. Blood everywhere, just nasty. And she's laying on the floor, and you could see where she was trying to get to use the telephone, and she's wearing a lifeline button. One of these puppies. She's wearing one of these things. All she had to do is push that button, and help would be there. But they figured that she spent at least a half an hour dinking around trying to use the telephone because of all the blood all over the phone, and the phone was off its hook laying there. She finally had pushed that lifeline, and they sent somebody right away, and they saved her life. She looked at it as, oh, it was so nice that they were able to come and get me to the hospital
Hey,
to have my
Kimberly.
eye taken care of. Well, that's nuts. I mean, I'll never forget the day I went to see her in the hospital. It was the day that the accident actually happened. I beat feeted. I dropped everything, headed 4.5 hour trip from where I lived, and I scrambled down there. I got to the hospital. Whole family's there. They're all taking turns to go in and see her because she had just come out of surgery. And I said, all of you get done seeing her, then I'll go in and see her. Well, after everybody had seen her, I go in there, last family member there. She says to me, she goes, I said, well, that's nice. The whole family showed up. Man, you had about 25 people out here waiting to see you. And she goes, yeah, it was good seeing them, having them all stop in. She said, I am so glad that you're finally in here. I go, why is that? And she goes, because I'm going to ask you a question, and I know you'll just tell me the truth. And I go, well, what question would you have that you don't think you got the truth about? She said, nobody has said. What about my eye? Because here she's got this huge dressing on her face covering that eye up. Well, I had talked to the doc. Well, they're all in there visiting her. I'm busy talking to the doc about things related to her and the like. She goes, so what did they have to do with my eye? I said, they took it. I said, you ain't got an eye anymore. That eye's gone. I was just blunt. She goes, oh, okay. Oh, I feel so much better knowing that. And then this is what knocked me right off of my feet. She goes, oh, I feel so blessed. I go, what? She said, at least I lost my bad eye. What? Are you fucking nuts? At least I lost my bad eye, not the good one.
No,
You're mad, woman. You're crazy.
that's a true
That's
optimist
hilarious.
right there. Yep.
She fell. Oh, pissed me off. She fell. I took her out for lunch. Her and my youngest daughter. And we're in the restaurant. And we had just ordered our food. And my mother says, I'll be back in a moment. I have to run to the restroom. Yeah, go ahead, Ma. Go ahead. Off she goes. Well, she doesn't come back. I said to my youngest girl, I said, Amanda, would you go check on your grandmother? There's no way in hell it takes that long to go to the bathroom. You could go to the bathroom 6 or 8 times as long as she's been gone. Go check on her, would you? Amanda comes back to the table, sits down, and she goes, Dad, Grandma really needs help. And I go, oh, yeah, I already know that. She goes, no, seriously. And she turned, and I turned and looked, and there's my mother standing at the end of the booth we're sitting in. And she's all covered with blood. Got a great big gash in her face. She fell, smacked her face on the floor, and turned over the big gash in her face. And she's holding all these bathroom hand towels on her face, trying to stop the blood.
Yeah.
I jumped up, dropped $40 on the table, and the waitress was coming with the food. And I said, "It's all paid for. Sorry." And she saw my mother. "You don't have to pay up." I said, "No, don't worry about it." I got her ass to the emergency room. Here's a free Sty story for you guys. I don't think I ever told this one, but we get to the emergency room and they dress her up right there in the waiting room to stop that bleeding, and said, "We'll get you into it." They were really busy. They said, "We'll get you in ASAP." "Oh, don't hurry," she said. "Don't worry. You help the other people first." Fucking moron. But we're sitting in that waiting room and I go, "Ma, now I need to know, how did you end up with that gash in your face?" She goes, "Well, there's only one stall in the ladies' room, and I couldn't tell if there was somebody in there or not. The door was closed. So I was bending over, looking underneath to see if I could see somebody's feet, if they were sitting on the toilet or standing in there. And when I bent over, I lost my balance and fell and hit my face on it." I said, "Did that stall have a door on it?" She said, "Well, yeah." I said, "Did you ever think of staying upright and knocking on the damn door instead of 85 years old, bending over and looking underneath a goddamn shitter stall? Are you insane?" Here's this guy. He's an old school biker. He's wearing colors, man. He's all leathered out. And he's got his old lady with him. And she's whining and bitching and this and that. And she said, "Oh, I'm sure I broke a bone in my hand. It hurt so much. It hurt so much." And he's looking at it. He goes, "It's not even bruising. It's not even swollen. I don't think it's that bad." And she goes, "Oh, but it hurt so bad." And he kept staring at my mother, kept staring at her. All of a sudden, this big-ass biker gets up, walks across that waiting room in front of about 25 other freaking people. He goes, "Lady." And I thought, oh, shit, I got to get in the middle of this shit. Why is he targeting my mother? He goes, "Lady, I got to make this clear to the world. You are the toughest broad I've ever seen in my life." He said, "You come in here with that big gash in your head and you let them dress it right in here, and you're sitting there smiling and saying hi to everybody and let everybody go first. And my old lady's over here. She bumped her hand on the kitchen cupboard and she's whining. She's got to go to the emergency." He said, "I'm ready to kick her ass in and move you into my place." He says, "You're one old tough broad." And she just smiling at him. I sat there thinking, holy shit. Yeah, she would like him because he's blunt and saying it the way it is. He goes and sits down and she goes, that's the way she was. She's a very godly woman. She goes, "Oh, I feel so blessed today meeting that young fellow over there." I looked at that guy. I go, Ma, that guy's whomped the hell out of so many people in his lifetime. He's brutal. He's nasty. You don't want to see him at midnight on a Friday night? You, Ma. And she goes, "Oh, I don't believe that for a minute. He's such a nice young man." My mother was nuts. She was nuttier than a fruitcake. She saw the best in every asshole in the world. I mean, and took the worst beat. There was one time she got out of the damn car, got her out of the passenger seat, got her onto the sidewalk, and told her, "Ma, just wait here. I'm going to lock the car up, and we'll head in the apartment." I no more than turn around to go shut the car off. And something just told me, look back. I look back, Ma's not there on the other side of the car. I thought, she walked in there. I walked around the corner of the car. She's laying on the sidewalk, next to the gutter. She fell and smacked her face on the concrete gutter. And she's trying to sit up, and I'm going, "I don't know if you should be moving at all until we get an ambulance over here." "Oh, no, help me sit up. Get her set up." Her eyes she's got a cut on her eyebrow. Her eyes all puffed out like she'd just been in a 15-round boxing match. And she's going, "Oh," she said, "I can't believe I fell down like that." I'm sorry, Ma, but your face is just target for the world. I mean, the whole world wants a piece of your face, man.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, out, off the
Hook
hooks
and
in
Chuck.
the house, and plain old Chuck's in the house. Maybe she saw deeper than a lot of others. I believe she did. I believe she did. Well, and the thing is she always had hope for the hopeless. That she was just one of them people that just had hope for the hopeless. You tell her that person ain't never changing, man. They're nasty. Well, they can change. Yeah, oh, God.
Well,
She
and
was-
no matter what her
Optimist to
circumstances
the
were,
T,
yeah, no matter what her circumstances or what's happening, well, someone's got it worse.
Yeah, isn't that true, Running Water? She would always
Yeah.
remind you somebody else is out there suffering worse than you are. Now with this
Cup's
shit.
always half full. Yeah.
Yep. Now with
My
this
grandma
shit I
just
went through
turned
last year,
90.
oh, wow.
Yeah, she just celebrated her 90th birthday.
Good for her. Good for her.
Mom's
My-
got
my-
her living
my
with her
granddad-
now. She's living with mom.
My granddad just turned 94. I'll
Oh,
show you an
wow.
updated picture of him. Actually, he turned 94 on Wednesday.
My grandmother. Oh, there you
Oh.
are. Oh, that's cool. My grandmother made it to 97. She made it to 97. The plain old Chuck said, so I had a chance, huh?
You get over there, Roman?
Yeah.
Sorry, dogs were barking. I gotta
Oh. Oh.
finger snapping's better than yelling. Hey, shut the fuck up, you fucking animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the neighbor
Christ.
would assume it was him that you're talking about.
Wouldn't be the first time they've heard it, but I'm trying to
All
be
right.
good. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I used
here's
to laugh
another.
at my mom because she used to chase the animals around with a spray bottle. She'd be like, she's like, it's
Yeah,
quieter than screaming. I'm like,
My
okay.
grandma, when it was but she'd get around with a water bottle.
Yeah, that's
to
my
get 'em up.
Yeah, there's a spray bottle. Yeah. Yeah. We had one for the cat. We had one for the cats.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
We had one cat.
It worked.
We had one cat that's so bitch. He'd walk into the living room, sit down. We'd just be sitting there, and he ain't doing nothing wrong. He's just sitting in the middle of the living room. I grabbed that spray bottle, start spraying the son of a bitch. The wife would yell at me, "What are you doing? He didn't do anything wrong." I said, "I don't care." And I chased him through the house, spraying his head until he was soaking wet. And then watch him for the next hour and a half sitting in the living room licking himself. That's the same cat. He aggravated the hell out of me anyway. You remember him, Running Water, Barley, the
What,
Chinese.
that was a mistake with that Epilady.
Oh, I tell you what, you take a lady's razor, take a cat, throw him in a TV, a box that a television came in, the old TVs, the big square box. Put the cat in the box, turn that razor in, stick it in there and close the box. Well, it ain't going to hurt the cat. The cat can't pick it up and try to shave himself or nothing. He ain't going to hurt himself. But holy shit, that big box all over the living room, all over. Boy, that box of that cat was in there bouncing out of every corner in that box. And everybody's yelling, "No, stop it, stop. No, leave it alone, let it go. Until that cat
backfired. That backfired because your cigarettes were the same color as
after that incident, that razor was white and it was the size of a pack of smokes. Every time I'd and I was smoking Marlboro Lights at the time, white package. All of a sudden you'd hear wham, 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 and you look and that cat is beating the shit out of my cigarettes. every time that cat saw a pack of cigarettes, it thought it was that frickin' razor, so it would attack it. And I'd find a pack all beat to hell. There'd be broken cigarettes in it. He'd pound on it so hard. He was clawless on the front, so he just pounded the shit out of the pack. And he'd bite it. And I thought, why the hell's he attacking my cigarettes? Then figured out, oh, it's the razor. He thinks it's the fucking razor. I
Poor traumatized kitty.
Grandma Frankie
Yeah.
made my
Karma.
dad and my uncle pull landscape duty for a month because they iced the driveway and they taped bottle cats to the bottom of the cat's feet, and they fucking put him out there, and he's skating around and falling all over. Grandma came home, and yep, they got in trouble. They got in big trouble for that one.
The best cat
Messing
one
with
I
the
had
cat.
though was my mother-in-law. I had 2 Siamese,
Oh, Tony and Tawny.
Tanya, yeah,
Tanya.
Tony and
Oh,
Tanya.
sweet.
And I mean, these were papered Siamese. These were very expensive cats for her to acquire. And
Beautiful.
they were her prince and princess, you know. Nobody, don't even look at her cats wrong, and my mother-in-law would have a frickin' fit. Well, they moved on to a farm in central Wisconsin, and you don't live out on a farm without having flies around, right? So she's hanging those sticky fly strips from the ceiling all over the damn house, right? And we go to visit, and she says, Sty, would you pull those old fly strips down for me and put new ones up? I said, yeah, I can do that. Well, the ceilings weren't that high, so I didn't have to stand there. I could reach up. I reached up and I grabbed this fly strip. Well, them fucking cats were around me all the time whenever I'd be there. And that one, Tony, he was an asshole. Oh, he'd bite. My ex-wife had scars on her arms from them fucking cats. Well, I pulled that strip down and I lowered my arm down to mid-waist level. You know, I'm going to walk to the garbage can and pop it in the garbage can. So I lowered my arm down. All of a sudden, boom, the strip's out of my hand. And I looked, and there, that strip got stuck on the cat. Well, the way it got stuck was the best. It got stuck. He had his tail straight up in the air. It got stuck on his ass, and it wrapped it swung between his legs, halfway up his belly. So he's got this fly strip halfway up his belly, all the way between his legs, up his ass, curled once around his tail. His tail was folded in half and curled around that like twice. So this cat's got this nasty, sticky fly strip all the way from his chest, right up his ass, around his tail, half a dozen times. And that some bitch is running through that house like a motherfucker. You never see nothing like it. I never seen a cat move that fast in my life. And my mother-in-law, of course, is having a heart attack over it, you know.
Yeah.
Save Tony, save Tony. I said, fuck the cat, watch him. That's funny. Look at that shit. Oh, no, you gotta save Tony. I said, we will, you know, eventually, but it's
Get the camera.
yeah. Somebody get some footage of this shit.
Records from this home
So
video.
he starts screaming at me, do something, do something. I ran in the bathroom and she yells, where in the hell is he going? I come back out with a big old bath towel, threw it on top of that. I cornered that cat, threw it on that cat, wrapped him up in that bath towel, and with just his ass hanging out. And I reached down and grabbed that fly strip down by his belly and just right up his ass. And trying to get it off of his tail was a bitch. And finally I got it off. And well, that fly strip, sticky shit. The cat tried to lick himself clean. And no, it didn't. He didn't like. He was so fucked up. He just didn't. And the next day, I was laughing so fucking hard because the other cat, Tanya, liked to go in the bathroom and unroll the toilet paper and chew on it and shit. Here comes that fucking Tony coming through. Now this little bitch is all toilet papered. He's all that fly strip glue still in his fur, and now it's all covered with ass wipe. I had such a good time. It was so I loved it. I loved my mother-in-law's precious fucking Tony. God is, man. God is. But you know that fucking cat, after that, he never bit me. He never acted nasty towards me. He'd come up, he'd want to sit in my lap and be pet. All of a sudden I'm his best friend. It was like you saved me, and I think like I pet him and I tell everybody this is the dumbest cat in the world. I'm the guy that did it to him, and he thinks I saved his ass, and he doesn't even know that I wanted to let him run for a half an hour with that shit on him. But yeah, wasn't I terrible? Wasn't I terrible?
Porky.
Poor kitty. But he added to color to Sty's life, you know.
I had a Siamese cat. It only had one ball.
I,
It's really
Oh,
weird.
wow.
His name was Oliver, and whoever had him before us, we got him from the rescue, whatever. Whoever had him before us had him declawed in the front, just the front claws.
right.
This goddamn cat would leave birds under my pillow or sitting on my pillow all the time. One day, the cat brought home an owl.
Oh shit.
It was only about that big. It was a small owl, but how the hell a cat with no front claws caught an owl? And I'd see him on the roof of the house all the time. Like, you have no front claws. What are you doing on the roof of the house? The goddamn Siamese, man. They're crazy.
That's awesome.
I noticed with the ex-mother-in-law's Siamese, it's like they didn't have front claws, but it was like their feet turned into fingers. They could use them damn front feet just like fingers. They could grab shit, and it was like, that's weirding me out, man. I didn't, and they go to attack you, and they grab onto your wrist without the claws, and you could feel their toes, grabbing you. And it was like, geez, you're freaky. You're just nasty. Damn thing. Yeah, I've had too many experiences with cats that some very funny, some kind of tragic. I did a Sty story on the one where my brother and a buddy of his and me found a cat. We had an old garage that was 2-story. Had a upper garage that you could drive right into, big, thick, like 4-inch thick plank floor on it. You could drive a vehicle right in there, and underneath it was a basement garage you could drive into. Well, the building was getting dilapidated. My old man was saying, well, we'll have to tear that down. You kids stay out of there. I'm afraid the place will fall down, blah, blah, blah. Well, my brother and his buddy were heading to the back of that garage, which was faced away from the house. And I thought, they're up to no good. I was only like 5 years old. And I followed them. They didn't know I was following them. I snuck down there and I look in there. Oh, yeah, they're in there going to have a smoke, right? Oh, I'm going to tell Dad, I'm yelling. Get in here, kid. Drag me in there. Well, then they said, look at this. Here's this big black and white furry cat laying on that garage floor dead, right? Look, it's a dead cat. And they're poking it with a stick. That's dead. Well, my brother's buddy pulls out a pocket knife, and he opens the pocket knife. And I thought, oh, my God, he's going to cut the cat? And I got up there. I was really close to them and the cat. And the cat's kind of facing me, and its butt is away from me. And that's where that guy was. He takes that knife, and he throws it at the cat. And the knife pokes into that cat's hip, right into his butt. That cat, I guess he had 10 lives, because that son of a bitch perked right up. He jumped up, and what's he do? He grabs me by the head. I'm 5 years old with this big, fat, fuzzy cat attached to my head, and he's got all 4 paws worth of claws. in my face and my head, the scalp, and I can't get this freaking pissed off cat off of my head. It wouldn't come off. It wouldn't come off. I'm running around in that garage screaming, and my brother's laughing. His buddy's like, "Hold still, I'll kill it." No. I started beating my head against the doorway to knock the cat off. Finally, the cat let go because I was beating him against the side of the garage. I went up to the house. I'm totally covered in blood. I'm totally covered in blood. So my mother says, of course, she panics. "What happened to you?" I said, "They threw a cat on my head." They did it. They threw that cat on my head. Yeah, them boys got weapons for throwing a cat on my head. They never threw it on my head. They just poked it in the butt with a knife, and then the cat grabbed me. But I figured they got their becomings, you know. That was when I was a kid. That was yeah, always wild shit going on. Oh, Running Water might even recall this. I don't know. It was the first year we were out in Montana, but people we moved out to Montana with, they built this big building. They all moved into this big building. They actually turned into like a family cult kind of thing. But we're up there having coffee with them one day, and Dave, after a couple of years of putting up with the guy, we started calling him King David. But but he says, "See that big black cat?" And I said, "Yeah, what about him?" He says, "That nasty bugger keeps spraying around the house." I said, "That's because he ain't fixed." And they said, "Yeah." They said, "But we ain't going to pay the vet bills and this and that." I said, "Fix them yourself." "Well, none of us know how to do that shit." And I said, well, I ain't doing it for you, but you could fix them yourself. And it was later, King David and a few of us guys were over at this other person's house, and we were going to castrate some bull calves. Well, you use a band on them. It's a rubber band you put around, and then the testicles will fall off after about a week or so. And King David got the wild idea, I could do that. So he did it to the cat. He got this real heavy rubber band, and he managed to get that around the cat's sack. And we were at the house one day, and I'm sitting on the couch, and I go, "What the hell is that smell?" And Dave goes, "Oh, one of you kids, throw that cat outside." I said, "Oh, that can't be your cat. That's nasty. Oh, what is that smell?" He goes, "No, that's the cat."
That's rank.
And I said, "What do you mean that's the cat?" And he goes, "Well, I did what you did with those bull calves to the cat." And he says, "And it's been 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
And they're still hanging there, but they're all rotten."
Oh wow. What an
I told him that is the worst, nastiest thing in the world I've ever heard of anybody doing to an animal.
yeah.
I can't believe you did that. And that was another situation where I grabbed a bath towel from him, caught the cat, and if I carry a knife, it's surgically sharp. And I finished removing them for him, for the cat. I couldn't believe they did that to that cat.
Welcome back, Chuck.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Chuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, isn't that nasty? Isn't that terrible?
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
probably
terrible.
thought it would work, though. You know, he probably
Kitty.
figured,
Yeah.
yeah, it's an animal, smaller
Poor
animal. It's gonna, yeah, but you know,
Well, and that's what he said too. Is he said well, it only took a couple of weeks, and all those bull calves were steers. They just fell off. He said, and I figured with a little cat, in a week they'll be gone. He says, "Shit, it's been almost a month." And I said, "No, that ain't right. That ain't right. You can't. No, don't do that." I said, when I said you could fix them, I did not mean that way. No, 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 no. I said I could have surgically fixed that cat, and the cat wouldn't have felt much pain, and it would have been done and over, and the cat would have been fine within a couple of days. Basically, it's just neutering them, and people have animals neutered all the time, but humanely, I mean, not that way.
No,
Terrible, 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 terrible.
very
That was one of the downfalls of me trying to learn anything and everything I could in life. People would turn to me and say, "Hey, I got this problem. What are you?" Don't get me in the middle of your shit. Go learn it yourself. Well, so why don't you do it for me? I had this. Oh shit! Same guy. Bought his kids a goat, right? And I stopped there one day and I said, "Where's the goat? That thing usually greets me when I pull into place." And he goes, "Well, we got him penned up. He's not doing too good." I said, "Why? What's wrong with him?" And he said, "Well, he bloated all up. He just bloated up like a big balloon." And he said, "And he's not doing good at all." And I said, "Oh." I said, "That is common amongst goats and sheep." I said, "You want me to take care of it?" And he said, "Well, no, we have Carolyn." This ended up being his future sister-in-law. But he says, "We got Carolyn, and, she raises horses and blah, blah, blah. She knows all about animals, and she's taking care of it." And I said, "How? How did she take care of it?" And he said, "Well, she gave the goat an enema." I said, "Are you freaking kidding me? Your goat's dead." And he goes, "Well, close, but not yet." I said, "It will be. You cannot give a goat a damn enema. They got dry bowels. If their bowels are not dry, they will block up, and they don't get the Hershey squirts. It just builds up and it kills them. They end up with toxemia. They die. You can't do that. You can't give a goat a damn enema." Well, she already did. I went and I looked at the goat and I said, "Well, to make the goat at least comfortable as it dies, let's take care of the bloating." That goat was twice its normal size. He was that bloated. Just below the diaphragm, sharp Swiss Army knife through the abdomen, all that gas expelled. The goat was the normal size again, and he was right up on his feet, but you could tell he was unstable from being full of toxemia from that damn enema. And I said, he still ain't going to make it, but at least he's not walking around or laying around because he can't stand up. He's so bloated. And yeah, he died within a couple of days, but at least he was comfortable. So there you go. It's somebody that doesn't have a clue
Just some
doing
people
something.
aren't very good
Yeah, you
pet
shouldn't
owners.
touch animals unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that.
not something I like, and it's just like for years and years and years, I had people constantly, "Sty, our old dog he's on his last leg. Would you put him down for us?" Well, I knew they just, they weren't into that. They didn't have the ability to put a pet down. So I take their dog out for one last ride, put them down, and bury them for them. And I did that for years and years for people. And then I had to put 2 of my own down, and it didn't go so well. And after that, anybody would approach me. I heard you'll put an animal down for me. Well, you heard wrong, because fuck you. It's your animal. You go pay the $70, have it euthanized. Don't come to me. I ain't putting anybody's pets down for them anymore, especially these people that had unwanted pets. Oh, you don't want the pet, but you want me to kill it? Fuck you. You find a home for the son of a bitch, because I ain't killing an animal just because you don't want it. Fuck off.
Right.
Go away.
Yeah.
And
Free
it wasn't.
home, man.
It was only 2 years ago I had someone approach me and say, Sty, could you put a old dog of mine down for me? I said, no. They said, well, why not? You're a hunter. You know. I said, I'm a hunter, but I still got a fucking heart. No, I ain't putting your damn dog down for you. That's your responsibility. When you took that dog as a puppy, it's, to me, I'm sorry, some people might think that's kind of flaky, but to me, if you take on a pet, it's like taking on a wife or a husband. Yeah,
it's life or death, man. You're in it to win it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're taking
I
responsibility.
I got a killing somebody else's cat story for you. When I was maybe 19, 20 years old, I was living in base housing in the Marine Corps, but they were like apartments. They were small apartments. They were pretty nice, actually. I was happy with them, but I woke up one morning, getting ready for a 5:30 a.m. run or whatever bullshit, and I hear this cat just screaming in the street. And, I'm kind of rubbing my eyes, and it takes you a minute. I'm getting, some water, some juice, something, whatever. And I keep hearing this moaning cat, this screaming cat. And I run out there, and there's this cat that's half smushed.
Oh.
So, like, its entire rear half of the cat was just smushed by a car that had gone by. And so I knew it was my neighbor's cat. So I went and knocked on his door. I'm like, dude, there's this screaming cat in the road. I mean, we got to kill it. It's not going to live. So what do you want to do here? And you can't even own a pellet gun on base. It'd be nice to have a pellet gun, just go out there and pop it. But on base, you can't have that shit. So I'm like, well, dude, I got a hammer. That's the best I can do. And he's like, okay, I'll go get the hammer. So I went and got my hammer, and I brought it out. I brought out a trash bag too, right? So it wouldn't, you had something to put it in at least, and it wouldn't splatter everywhere. That was the initial thought. And I was like, just go whack it on the head, do it. And he's like, I can't do it. I can't. And he was bawling and crying. He was so upset about his cat. And so I had to go down there, and I put his head in the trash bag, and I had to lay his head down on the concrete and whack it with a hammer. And the first time it started flopping around, and I thought maybe he wasn't dead, so I hit it a couple more times just to make sure that I felt everything smush. And it was just like, my buddy's just there crying, It was, man, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Not the hardest, but one of them.
I had a situation where I had sled dogs at the time. Well, I had pretty much got rid of the sled dogs. I had one wheel dog still with me. He was a pull. He was a king polar boy. He was a Alaska Timberwolf crossed with Siberian, and he was white. He had the pink nose, pink pads, and he had the brightest gray eyes you ever saw. He had the gray eyes instead of the blue, and his name was Cody. He was sharp, man. He was a sharp dog. Well, my brother-in-law moved on the farm with us, and just took up space and ate a lot of food. And finally, my ex-wife, I was working the farm and a full-time job. And I gave her brother some chores to do around the farm during the day for his room and board. You know, we're feeding you, we're giving you a room. You can do some chores around the farm while I'm working my full-time job, and that's less chores I got to do when I get home. Well, he wasn't doing those either. But he had this stray mutt that he had picked up, and it was a mutt, black, long-haired, long-legged, scrawny frame, just a mutt. And you couldn't attach any breed to it. Well, that damn dog kept getting out of the kennel. That son of a bitch could climb a goddamn chain link fence. And I told him, get rid of the dog. Give it to somebody or take it to the Humane Society, but it ain't staying on the farm. I will. Yeah, well, he never did. He's a lazy son of a bitch. Well, that dog got out of that kennel, and we had 50 chickens. And when that dog got done, we had 12. He killed damn near all of my chickens. They're all laying hens. And I said, he's got to go. And that kid, your brother ain't doing it. I'm getting rid of that dog. Well, in that big farmhouse we had upstairs, we had the bathroom face the back of the farm. And right behind the toilet, the window, there was a window, a double hung window. And I opened that up, and I'm up there with a 22 Magnum. And I thought, I'll drop him in the backyard as he goes running through, because he's out there running loose. And I told her to keep the kids in the house. That dog's got blood on his tongue now. I said, yeah, you don't want the kids near him or anything. Well, that dog come through the backyard, and pow, I shot him. Good double lung shot. I knew he'd drop. Oh, hell no, he ran off in the cornfield. And I thought, well, he'll be dead out there in the cornfield. And it wasn't 2 minutes, here he comes walking through the yard again, like I never even hit him. And I went boom, 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 3 more shots. So I hit him 4 times. And he runs off behind the barn. And I'm going, I know I hit him. It's just some kind of devil dog or something. And I thought, well, as many times as I hit him, he's going to bleed out. So I told the wife and told her, load up the kids. We're going to run over to mom's for a while. And when we get home, I'll find that dog. He's putting up an umbrella or something. You're driving.
Is my sound still on? I thought I muted myself.
Yeah. You're driving toward Gemma crazy here.
Sorry.
Go
Oh,
into the
jeez.
chat,
Normally I'm always on mute, so I'm surprised. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll mute myself.
There, now the sun's not in your face.
It's okay.
But that, so I load the family up in the truck, and the ex-wife goes, you might want to get in the truck. And I go, why? She goes, look behind you. I turn around. It was like a Cujo scene, right? Right out of Cujo. Here's this dog bleeding all over. And he's standing there looking up at me, wagging his tail. And I'm like, holy shit, you should have been dead a half hour ago. What in the hell? Why are you still alive? So I reached behind the seat, pulled a rifle out, and I had to shoot him in the forehead right there. And he stood there and let me do it. He stood there looking at me, wagging his tail while I shot. That's where I started turning on I don't like this, putting down pets. I don't like that shit. And then in Montana, I had to put down 2 of my own that way. And that sealed the deal. I said, I ain't never putting down. If I put a domestic animal down, I'll do it myself. If it absolutely has to be done. I lost my 2 mascots back in 2015 and 16 due to someone poisoning both of them. And people said I was nuts. Why didn't you take them to the vet, have them put down, or just put them down yourself? I said, no, I made them as comfortable as I could. And they both died in my lap. My problem Fuck you. Kill your pet?
Yeah.
Fucking people.
Talking about animals being
Fucking.
put down. I lost. My dad had to have his pet dog put down. She's been gone 5 years this year. And my sister sent me a video via Facebook of all things. I went mental. I logged into Facebook the night it got sent to me, and all I could see was the vet outside in the car park of the vet surgery, and my dad's dog laying on the boot of the car, and all I see was this needle being put into the side of it. I'm like, why the hell would you send me that on Facebook? What? I sobbed for days. I was heartbroken. I exploded. My sister told Sam about it. I was so hurt. The fact they did it via video to me and sent it to me in Facebook, I was like, what are you playing at? And still to this day, I said to my sister, I'll never ever forgive you about that, ever.
Hi, Owen, buddy. There's my grandson. He's using his mother's phone. That's why Mariah pops up. But hey, Owen, buddy. I love the pictures of the grandbaby, Atlas. His little son, Atlas, my great grandbaby, he's not that old. I saw him just 9 days after he was born, and now that kid's rolling over on us. He can roll over either side. The kid's, and he's all smiley. Yeah, he's lucky. He's got a hell of a kid there. But putting down animals is just, and so we got a couple of really good vets in town here that are very good at when they euthanize the animals. They offer to have you present when they do it or not. It's up to you. And once a person hears how it typically goes, a lot of times the people will be there when it's done because they do it so softly, and the animal just goes to sleep. And it's done well, And I had to take a whole litter of pups, husky pups. Oh, I was so pissed. Malamute Siberian crosses, and they were all fat little furry buggers, just awesome dogs. I could have seen actually making a family team out of that bunch. I could see it coming. And they got parvo. And it was anybody that's had dogs and dealt with parvo knows that it's 90% deadly. Only one out of 10 will ever make it.
I had one fucker survive.
I had
she
one.
ate all my furniture and chewed out my upholstery in my car and chewed through a door and and ruined my whole life. But she survived parvo for $4,000.
Yeah, I had one of that litter. That was a 5-dog litter, and I had one of them survive. And the thing is it showed no symptoms of the parvo, so had it separated from the rest of the litter, and its mother were bottle feeding the damn thing. And the other 4, now I don't suggest anybody do this because it's dangerous to start with, dangerous as hell. It works, but it's dangerous. I built an rather airtight container, and I put the 4 pups in there, and I filled the container full of propane. And they went to sleep. It was not a nice way to watch those pups go, but it was the softest way I could come up with on the farm at the time without shooting them. I just didn't have the heart to shoot them. So I put them to sleep with propane. The reason I say don't do it is some asshole come walking up with a cigarette in his mouth. It'll be more than the puppies that are leaving this world. Yeah. All of a sudden,
I didn't like my skin anyway. Just
right.
Go away.
Well, if that isn't me all over, right? Hey, Channel of Transparency, is great to see
Hi, Channel of Transparency.
But I would anymore. I I won't go there. I won't, I ain't putting nobody's animal down. I ain't putting my own animals down. If I had a pet right now and it was on his last leg, I'd nurse him right till his last breath, That's
Yeah.
They're
That's
part
tough
of the
though. If you got a
family.
dog that's got like persistent diarrhea that's just shitting itself all the time, and I mean I and can't get up the stairs anymore, and
right.
that type of stuff. So they do have these people now. They come to your house and they put them down at your house.
Yeah.
So you can have your kids there. Everybody that knew the pet or whatever can be there, and you can all kind of come together and put the pet down peacefully, and it's and then they carry the animal off, so you don't have to deal with all that shit.
Well, Running Water can probably recall that's the way we were in my family, or my immediate family. That we had a cat die out in Montana, and holy Christ, I mean, we had a wagon full of wildflowers with the cat laying in it, and we had this funeral procession, and we buried the cat and covered the grave with flowers, and the whole 9 yards. It was just like you're burying a family member, That's the way we
Well,
saw.
see, that's a it used to be a bigger concern out here for us truckers that have pets with us, because things happen, and pets get old, they die, and you're always on the road, and it's like, well, how do I take care of my dead pet now, or dying pet, and they've got it's the Rainbow Road project that for travelers and for truckers now, you can get into the vet, they'll take care of, they'll put it down, nice and humanely and stuff, and then they'll take care of getting it cremated and mail it to your home address.
Yeah.
So you can get on down the road. They know you can't sit there for days and days, and that
Hi,
they'll
Mike.
take care of all that. Come pick them
Hi,
up and
good
stuff.
morning.
Give you a ride,
Bradley.
to go, for the end. But yeah,
Wow,
it's
that's
I've
awesome.
had a few buddies that their pets had died on the truck, and they were freaking out. I'm like, no. Here's this website. Here's this phone number. Call them up. They'll make the arrangements for you. That
Wow.
that you can take care of it.
That's Running Water's brother. He's a cat person. He just loves his cats. Well, he had one cat that, oh man, that cat was his world. And when that cat passed away, he had the cat cremated, and he's got this urn with his cat. I mean, that cat looks just like that cat. The statue of it on top of that urn, and he hauls that around. Yeah, he's got his pet in this fancy urn, and the one vet here in our community, it's a little. People make a lot of joke about it, but because it is a little weird, they've got a big pet cemetery, and you can opt to have your pet buried in their pet cemetery, and they put a marker there, everything for your pet, just like a regular people cemetery. It's surprising what people do for their pets. If you're
Well,
go ahead.
I was just going to tell you about a situation we had down there in Iowa. You talking about putting animals down. As when I was doing construction, and when we would have downtimes,
Bye, Kwame.
I would take and work with. We had a crew that would, is police officers, firefighters, and local park service staff that when they had down hours would work to go around, to pick up roadkill or dispatch wounded wildlife on the side of the road. Someone calls in that they clipped a deer and it broke its back, and you go finish it, and ride along with them. We got a call out to someone that needed to take care of a hog. Well, this was a guy that raised hogs for the state fair, competition stuff. Huge hog, and it ended up with like cancer on its back, so it wasn't moving around so much. It's dying.
Yeah.
So got out there trying to figure out the situation. That guy is in a stable, like up on bales, freaking out and yelling on his cell phone because that hog's going crazy out there. It took two of the guys that was with me and then two other cops shooting at that thing to get it put down. We found out what happened is, he decided he was going to, humanely go out and, shoot it in the forehead with his 44. He didn't check his gun. His son had used the gun for hunting rats and had those little pellet plastic nose bullets in there, and spraying that hog's forehead with those pellets, just pissing it off.
Yep.
I shot it 4 times and it didn't die.
we had the exact same thing happen to a neighbor across from our farm in Watertown, Minnesota. That he sent the guy, one of his family members, his brother or brother-in-law, in the house, grabbed the 22 mag, and we're going to butcher hog. And he come out, and the hog wouldn't come out. They had these little hog huts out in their big hog yard, and the one they wanted to butcher wasn't coming out of that hut. Well, this brother or brother-in-law took that 22 mag and reached in there right between that hog's eyes, just above his eyes, pulled the trigger, and it was full of that bird shot. Same thing. And that hog come out of there shaking its head and pissed the hell off. And Ron said that, he says, oh yeah, that guy just barely made it to the fence. And he said that hog was running around hog wild, pissed the hell off. Ron said, I had to run in the house. I grabbed a 30-06. He said, yeah. And as he ran past me, I got him in the head as he ran past and put him down. But he said he felt so bad because he couldn't put it down fast enough because that hog, it had peeled the hide right back from his skull, but it ain't going to penetrate the skull. Those pellets aren't going to penetrate that thick skull of a hog. And no, all I did was piss it off.
Well, yeah, talking with the local vet there, he's like, you'd be surprised how often that happens with hogs, cattle,
People,
it's just like, people going to try to put down their pit bull, and they just, might as well have been using rock salt. You're just going to piss it off because they don't check what's loaded.
That, and that again falls on people that don't handle guns properly.
I had an uncle, and this is not my story, it's his story. He was castrating a hog, and he slipped and went right through its gut.
Oh.
So its guts were hanging out of its belly, and he was like, fuck, I gotta stitch this thing up. So he said he went and got some barbed wire. All he had laying around was barbed wire, and he cut the barbs off, and he stitched the wound, shoved all the guts back up in there, stitched the wound shut with that barbed wire, and he said the hog lived.
That's it's nuts.
I can't believe it, but the guy was a good guy, so I don't know. Why would he lie about that? That's weird, but it's just a horrifying story.
Yeah, we're with you, Lawn Dog. We're with you. We totally agree. Now, when it comes to firearms, responsibility. I mean, you have to take responsibility if you're on the shooting end of it. When I hear about firearm accidents, I just cringe. And to me, there's really no such thing as are people accidentally shot. That happens. That happens where there's an actual accidental discharge of a firearm.
Friendly fire!
But those incidents usually have to do with a firearm that's fallen and discharged. And if you knew your firearm well and researched your firearm, you'd know that it would have the ability. Like I've got a J22 little semi-auto pistol, sweet little handgun. I mean, you can carry that in your pants pocket. Nobody even knows you have it. Only problem with that gun is don't drop it on the ground. If you drop it on a hard floor or concrete and you got a round in the chamber, it's going off. It's going off. Even though it's unsafe, it's on the safety's on, it'll still fire. That impact will, because the firing pin is so close to that round that the jar is enough for it to discharge that round. It's proven. It's got a history. That gun's got a history of discharging when dropped. So you handle it knowing that and with extreme care. But if you don't know that firearm inside and out, and you're not safety checking it every time you're using it, you shouldn't have it in the first place. It's just plain and simple. And then you hear about these accidents like putting something down, an animal down. Yeah, that's because the person with the firearm was irresponsible. There's nothing that you can say other than that. It's irresponsible. Well,
yeah, if you have a gun, you should go through training. You should go through training.
Absolutely.
And you know what I mean? Like, absolutely, if you're going to get a gun, go get trained. And you know what? Don't get trained once. You know, make it a repetitive thing. Do it once a year. Maybe you only need to do it for 5 years or whatever till you got everything down. But
if you aren't going to be on the range with that gun, firing it on a regular basis, at least once a year, just go through just a simple range training. It ain't going to cost you much to have it. And if you got somebody really qualified you're acquainted with, they could walk you through a safe range training.
Right.
But don't do without it. Don't ever do without. That's like me now. I haven't fired any of my firearms now for about a year and a half. I'm going out this summer and I'm shooting the hell out. I'm going to be, because I won't have the opportunity again. And I've already willed those to my youngest boy. He's getting the firearms.
Well, you can spend the ammo.
Well, yeah, I was going to. Why? Is there a certain one that you want?
Yeah, well, I know you were looking at that, selling some stuff for funds for, bucket funds. That I was going to offer to buy the breakdown one, the survival one from you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. We'll talk about that next time you're home, because they ain't going anywhere till the end of next year. Because I plan on using them. But yeah, that little Henry AR-9 is sweet. I mean, that little breakdown rifle is sweet. I love it.
You guys are lucky that you get to have guns and stuff, because the UK we don't.
Yeah.
We're only allowed to have guns in certain capacities. Things like if you're a farmer or law enforcement, or you're in some speciality where you need it as a essential tool. Otherwise, no.
Or and I do have friends that I communicate with a lot in the firearm world in that genre from the UK, and I can't believe what it costs them to own a gun, because they aren't in a specialized field or anything. What they had to go through to get the permit to own one, and then in order to keep that permit, they have to pay an huge annual membership to a gun club, and their gun is actually kept at the club. They don't take it home. It's kept at the club. They go to the club. They can check their gun out and shoot it. I said, "Oh my God, I couldn't live that way." I could, you know, right away when I was diagnosed, and my prognosis was I got 6 to 24 months left of my life. That was the first thing. The first month after that diagnosis, I must have been asked 500 times, "Do you feel safe and secure having a firearm in your house?" I said, "Yeah, I feel a lot more safe and secure having a firearm in my house." They said, "Do you fear the possibility of you injuring yourself?" I said, "What's the worst that could happen? Am I going to die?" They fucking give me a death sentence, and you're asking me if No, I'm not. I'm looking for an early death sentence, if that's what you're asking. No. I said, I will keep my firearms available to my hands only until where I know that there's no way that I can safely operate that firearm anymore. And then now I got two people that are getting my firearms. And when they're not going to get them until I can honestly tell myself I can no longer feel that I can operate this firearm safely. That I would be at risk of injury to somebody else. Then you bet I don't. Then they're not needed. They're not needed because if I can't properly use it, I'm not going to have it. There's so many things. What can I say? I want to carry in my life. Probably use it just in case. Yeah, you're right. The Bradley. Yeah. Hey, James Skype's in the house. Good to see you, James. If you noticed, yeah, my 2-hour limit. I said fuck it. I don't care shit.
Life goes on. Fuck it.
Yeah. Looks like a
Walmart.
nice day there, Roman.
Yeah, Roman's got a nice day.
Sitting in the
Running.
sun.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's beautiful. It's like 63 degrees.
Oh God,
Freaking
damn.
25 here.
What is it here now? It was
I'm afraid I burnt my face though. I think that's why I'm trying to stay in the shade now because I think I'm gonna have a sunburn because I haven't been out in the sun this long.
It's currently 2 degrees Celsius here for me.
22 degrees here.
It's cold.
Yeah, chilly.
25.
Chilly.
You're colder than we are. Jeez,
I
Sty.
do have the heater on.
Yeah. That's Sty. Ain't I cold?
That's why I live here. Don't let the secret out. But
Yeah, don't let the secret out.
yeah, we'll have days in February where it's 65 and sunny, and the sun's so much hotter up here
Yeah.
than it is at sea level that it just it'll burn you quick. You got to be careful. You got to drink lots of water.
Boy, that's it. When I was living in Montana up in the high country there, shit, by the end of the summer, my skin, I looked like I was made out of saddle leather,
Yeah.
The sun is so intense. I'm surprised I didn't end up with skin cancer with as much sun as I got out there.
No shit. Well, I've been more tan. I used to make fun of my buddy at my last job because he was Mexican and I was usually darker than him.
And he was. That's it. No kidding.
Good friend of mine. I love that guy.
Yeah. The weather. Piss on the weather. Goddamn weather. Yeah. I did have one of my workers that tell me the other day, it said, seems like your whole attitude is you're adjusting well. And I said, what makes you say that? And they said, well, you're funny half the time and cynical the other half, so you're more yourself. I said, yeah, okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I can afford to be a cynical bastard now if I want,
Yeah, I don't think these look the same. Oh, jeez. don't know if I should go see a doctor or what.
I would have it looked at
Yeah.
just for
It's just
better.
like all swollen up. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
You see the ankles there?
Yeah.
Yep. Ouch.
You should have it checked, man.
Yeah.
Well, it was weird because, like I said, man, it felt like it was just a pulled muscle, and then it healed up, and now it's doing this thing.
So there's something that didn't heal up in there.
Yeah.
I went and bought crutches, and I bought a knee brace, and I bought a bunch of stuff. I've been icing it, every 4 hours or so being the key word. But, yeah, it's fine. Starting to get worried about it is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a pulled muscle at this point. It feels like it's
Yeah, you should
something
probably get checked out, Roman.
The swelling and everything too, that's usually a sign that there's something else.
Yeah. If you got any inflammation going on.
Because last year I had a similar injury to you. I went out today, and at first I thought it was sunburn because it was a sunny day, and I thought, oh great, I sunburnt my leg. And then all of a sudden, 3 days later, this massive big red bite comes up on my leg, on the top of my leg, right near my top of my leg, up in my bum, all down my leg. My leg just goes poof. I'm like, that's not good. It turns out that a horsefly had bit me, and I'd had blood poisoning. I ended up being unconscious for like 4 weeks. Stung like hell.
Well, the good news is I haven't been near any horseflies
So
or had neck surgery.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So far, so good. So I don't know. If it still hurts tomorrow, I guess I'll go see somebody. Doctors are fucking crooks and liars.
It's tough to find good ones, man. It's tough to find good ones.
They're out there, but they're hard to find sometimes.
Bradley's saying real men are too proud to go see the doctors. LOL.
That's true.
All right. Case in point.
Oh, I know that.
I probably stole a good 5 or 10 years from you guys being able to hang out because of my stubbornness. If I would have, they've been hounding me for the last 5-6 years to go through full cancer screening, and if they would have caught my esophageal cancer early, it would have been curable. So. But I kept saying, oh, no, those symptoms, it's probably just a cold. Well, you don't have a cold for 6 months. And then I was saying, it's allergies, that it's not the cold. It's allergies. That's why I'm having these problems. No. Not when you have the allergies in every season of the year and nothing in your environment has changed. So
this will be a week on Monday. So tomorrow, I'm probably gonna go get it looked at.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tuck my tail between my legs.
I'll probably get checked.
And that's it. Is we gotta swallow our damn pride. All you guys out there, all the tough guys out there, you're tough until they give you your ticket out of here.
True.
Yep. Yeah, but what if it's a fucking blood clot in my leg,
Right.
I think the bust loose and come into my brain and kill me or whatever.
Or cause a severe infection in your leg, and all of a sudden they can't control it, and you lose your damn leg out of the deal when they could have simply fixed it if you would have just had it looked at, and that's it.
Yeah.
So if anyone can pull off a peg leg, it's Roman.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
I eat chicken wings off it.
Yeah, he could pull out the whole pirate thing, I'm sure.
I think he could get away with it. He could get away with the eye. Yeah, give him the eye patch too, man. Yeah. Watch out for coffee tables there, Roman.
Yeah, I'll be beating up bitches with a stick at that point.
Roman, often do you refer leg that I got took last year. You should see how bad my leg got. My leg was going purple at one point, and then like, why the hell haven't you come to the hospital sooner? And my leg had gone from being purple to black. And she's like, "You're in big trouble." And I was like, "Uh-oh." You know, on medication for 4 weeks, on crutches for 6.
Right.
It was a nightmare.
Well,
I was like, "Yeah, never ever again."
Well, just like the horsefly bite and the neck injury, I haven't had that happen either. So it's it's just sort of weird. It sort of
Yeah.
came on, and it's not purple.
Yeah.
It's swollen and it's hard as a rock because it's got so much blood, like just into the muscles.
Yeah, that's how my leg started, and then it started getting purple. And
How long did that take?
I still actually got a scar at the top of my leg where they actually inject me to get some of the poison out from the infection.
Well,
And I
how
still got
long
this
did it
big line
take to
across
go
the top of my
purple?
leg where they injected me. I'm like,
How many days
Like,
did it take to go
3
purple? Was it
days.
purple? Okay, so I've been dealing with this for a week, so it's definitely not that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
and here's
pretty quick
this
to
will
react to it, whatever.
this will weird people out. But I had messed up my neck and shoulder on the right side, a work accident thing, and I had laid me up for a while, but I tough through it kind of bullshit, and years later, all of a sudden my it was on the left side they found it, but my right leg all of a sudden it was going numb, it was aching, it was just weird shit going on with my right leg. Couldn't figure it out. Doctors were having a hard time figuring it out, and
I gotta get going.
Okay.
Thanks for having me, buddy. I appreciate it. It's
God,
good to
yes.
see you always.
It is. It's so good to see you, girl. It always
Yeah.
makes my day when I see you.
Me too. Much
You
love.
take care. Much love
Yeah.
back.
Love y'all. We'll see you later.
Love you, Sam.
Bye, Samantha.
Sweetie.
Bye.
Oh, Teresa's in the house. Oh, it's so good to see you, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
Oh. Yeah. But no, they found out that the problem I had in my right leg, and it got so bad that my hip was killing me. I couldn't figure it out. And one of the doctors, well, they did the MRI of the leg and all that shit. That doctor said, we're going to try some. And he put me in PT. So they started doing physical therapy on me. And
That's always useful.
the gal that I ended up having working on me, she came right out and told me, she said, you're going to be going through this for 20 weeks. That's your schedule, 20 weeks. She says, and if you can stick it out, I can guarantee you, at the end of week 20, you're going to be happier than shit compared to what you're dealing with today. And I said, really? She says, yeah, we figured out where the problem is. It was way the hell up here in my neck. Vertebrae up here was pinching off nerves that affected my right leg. All my PT had to do with my upper body, not down there around the leg and shit. All had to do with my upper body. And about, I think it was the 15th week, I told her I'm going to quit doing this. I said, it's too damn painful. I ain't going through this shit no more. This is nuts. And she said, stick it out. I'm telling you, week 20, you're going to thank me. So I stuck it out, and it was painful. It was painful. Week 20, she wasn't lying, man. All of a sudden, that leg's not hurting so bad. And all of a sudden, the treatments didn't seem to hurt so bad. And they extended it for 4 additional weeks. And those 4 weeks went like $1 million. Man, I could get on a treadmill and run on the treadmill for a half hour. I could ride stationary bike all day long and no aches and pains. And what amazed me was it was a goddamn pinched nerve way the hell up here that's affected me way the hell down there. And yeah, and the only thing that would slow it down and treat it for the misery was ibuprofen to keep the inflammation swelling down, because it was swelling around the nerve that was causing those problems down there. Is the nerve goes through a bone, and it would swell up into that. There wasn't enough space for it. So when it would swell up, then I get that pain down in the leg. And if I could keep the swelling down, then it wasn't quite as bad. But they worked it out, man. I felt good ever since, and that was back in 2001. And so 20 years, yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah, I should say.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of doing anything that makes a person miserable. But there are some things that you just got to bite the bullet and go through it if you want to feel better, But I'm a firm believer in preventive. If you can prevent something from happening, do it. You don't want to go down that damn trail I went down. I don't want to see anybody going through that shit. I would much rather hear somebody say, "Oh yeah, they found what you had in me early, and they're going to treat it with this and that, and it'll be gone." Yes, you don't want to reach the surgery side of that shit. I look back, August last year, shit. I did not want to be here, man. I did not want to be part of this world anymore.
I know you didn't.
It was so bad. That was the worst. And I told the doctor flat out, okay, so I got my ticket out of here, but I don't want the end to be like it was last August. If I'm going to feel like I did last August, damn it, deal's off. I ain't going through that. That was insane. That's not a way for anybody to go. No way. And he understands that. He says, we ain't going to let that happen.
No, of course not.
Okay, Freeman James. Take care, buddy.
Take care, James.
Hope-
See you later.
Hope to talk to you soon. Next week at the latest. Looking at the clock here, I got about a half hour. Then I got to gear up and go do my shopping, because I'm not going to feel like going to no damn grocery store this coming week. So I figure I'll go get all my groceries tonight and be ready for a week of nothing but doctor's visits and nurses' visits and all that shit, and just vegetating for a few days.
Yeah, I've got a nice video that I'm doing for you tomorrow, Sty. I know you like me being outside, so what I'm planning to do is I'm going to go walk through my local park and my local town tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
I'm going to film myself in the park and showing you some of the architectural buildings. There's a really nice church here as well that I think you'd like. So I'm going to film that and put it all up on my channel tomorrow.
Take advantage of the weather. If the weather's fairly nice, get out, get some fresh air.
Yeah, definitely. I like being outside.
You bet. That's all I look forward to, is getting outside for a little bit every day, Spring
Sounds
comes.
lovely.
There you go.
And then tomorrow night I've got my uncle's retirement dinner, so I'm gonna film inside the restaurant and show you guys what a British restaurant looks like and
Oh,
film inside there. So I'm gonna
sure.
that be added onto my video.
Retirement. Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle retired finally at 63, I think he is now. Yeah. He retired from being a police officer. So, and plus it's his birthday tomorrow, so he's retiring and celebrating his birthday on the same day. So it's like, oh
wow.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was me when I retired. Back when I retired, literally, I retired just a couple days before my birthday. I told my last day of work. I told him I'm not working one day. I'm not working on my birthday either. No, because the second I'm retired, I'm going to be retired. And I'll never forget doing that stream. I got home from Dollar Tree. I'm still wearing my Dollar Tree shirt and jumped on live. Guess what, guys? I am officially retired. It's done. Fuck them. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was too good. Yeah. I retirement. Yeah. At least I got some. I got some retirement.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I'm gonna die in my fucking chair. Trying to solve some problem that doesn't fucking matter to society at all. It's just a fucking local problem to some bullshit that doesn't matter in the big scope of things anyway.
Of course you matter,
And,
Roman.
and I'll just fall
that's
over my
ridiculous to
face on the keyboard. I'll probably
It's done.
vomit.
It's
Who
done.
knows? Yeah.
Roman, you matter to a lot of people, Roman. Don't say that. You matter to a lot of people, including me.
Well, yeah, but we all die. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
know
that's it. And for some of us, we kind of get to choose how we're going out, and that's like I've had a lot of people telling me, well, at what stage are you going to stop streaming? I said, when I can't control my stream anymore.
goddamn right.
I said, my last stream very possibly will be me sitting in a damn hospital bed, very, very much so struggling just to talk with you guys. But
And high as a kite.
And high as a kite. Hey guys, give me a second. I got to hit this morphine again.
Right.
Yeah.
Dink, dink. I'm good.
That's it. I don't know what it's gonna. When I have no plans of how I'm going to end my channel and what will be my last stream. I'm not worried about that because I'll know when it's going to be my last stream, and I'll let the world know. This is it, guys. After this there's not going to be another,
Yeah, I mean, we all have much bigger things to think about than that. I mean,
well, and I already know that stream's going to be more about, what are your plans? So, my audience. What are you guys? What are you guys?
Send you a cigarette. I'll still send you cigarette money. Oh wait, I haven't done that. I can't do it on my phone.
Stop it.
Well, and I've got ideas too that we'll have to bounce around. That because you all you said you're going to have your video.
Right.
That you want me to broadcast, but I mean, if your followers want it, could do a Sunday round of Campfire, fire it up, and people can still stop in and touch base and gab, as community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lawn Doc, I don't need any advice on how to go out of this world. Really, I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, no shit.
And as far as probate goes, there is no probate. I will not. Well, actually, it's at that point right now. It's at that point right now where my estate won't go to probate. Even if the kids are fighting over shit, it won't go to probate. That our probate court in the state of Wisconsin won't even take the case because I will not have assets in excess of $25,000. They won't even take the case. They won't even hear it in probate. So I'm not even worried about that. And Running Water can vouch for it. I've already got family items going to designated people before I'm dead. Everything I want people to have, they're getting before I'm dead. When I'm dead, everything that's left, if they want to fucking all get in a goddamn swimming pool full of fucking mud and fight over it, have at it. I don't give a shit. You think I care? And
well, they better post it on your YouTube channel. I mean, that'll probably.
yeah. The family distribution of Sty's assets. That would be pretty good. That'd be pretty fucking good. It would. The only problem is at that point, really, every one of them would say, I ain't gonna get fucking all muddy and beat up over that shit that he left behind, what he left behind. Nothing left to fight over except his remains, and hell, we can share those. We'll just ship them around. Otherwise, ain't nothing worth fighting for, And all my kids, all four of my kids, they all laugh and they all agree. They all want, and they're not asking for unreasonable things. And they're understanding when I tell them, I want certain things to go to certain people. And it's based on their attachment to that item. And is it an item that I want to keep in the family name that I know will stay in that name for generations to come? And on my side, amongst my children, some of these items are going to nieces and nephews. They're not going to my children. Only because they're carrying on the family name for sure, way into the future. I look at their children, their grandchildren. Where's that shit going to end up down the road? I got regalia, old stuff from the 1950s when my father was chief of police, and in our hometown where I grew up. Yeah, I go there to grow up once in a while. Yeah, but when people say, God, Sty, you're being so childish. You're so immature. Oh, I better go back to the hometown for a couple of days.
Much more mature this week. What happened?
I stopped at the old hometown. But that town is not the town I grew up in. Pictures from then compared to pictures now, you would never ever be able to say that's the same town. You couldn't relate. There's nothing there that relates to what it used to be. It's totally changed. But they have, it's Spring Park, Minnesota. They now have a historical society that is perpetually funded. So it'll exist. It's like the Smithsonian getting billions of dollars a year. This historical society doesn't get billions, but it gets enough that it's going to stay in operation forever. And they want to put together a big display just about the police force of Spring Park. Because my father, technically, he was not the first chief of police, but the first chief of police was removed from his position because of nepotism. His wife assigned him as the chief of police. she was in a political position in order to do that, but it violated the city's nepotism policy.
I would hope so.
So he was only the chief of police for a very, very short period of time. And I've got regalia back in 1951 when my father was running for the town as town constable. They didn't even have a police department at the time. He was running as town constable and won. He became the town constable. But so technically, you can say there was a chief of police before him. But if you don't count him, my father was the first and last police officer or chief of police of the city of Spring Park. Well, because when he passed away, they shut down the police department and contracted with a neighboring community to do the policing for their town. Because they said, we can't find another chief of police to replace him. Nobody's meeting the requirements as far as they were concerned. So the Historical Society there in Spring Park said, we have so little about your father. I said, I got some shit for you. I got his old badges. I said, hell, I got his burial flag with his old badges in the case with the flag. I've got his campaign regalia, and I've got his original cop hat from the 1950s. So I said, you want it? They said, well, we really can't afford to buy items for the museum, but we'd be interested in try to find some way to purchase. I said, no. I said, I'm donating them to the museum. And I said, but it's going to be we're going to do it legally, and it's going to be stipulated that if the museum is ever shut down, those items have to go to they'll be listed families in our family tree that can receive those items. So they'll be in a museum. I said, gives me another reason to visit the hometown and drop those items. And maybe I can grow up in that small town a little bit while I'm there.
Not going to happen.
That ain't happen.
Well, and I don't see there being any issues when it comes to items being split up between us kids that, I don't see where anyone would cause a stink or anything, especially since, it's being established who's getting what, for specific things, and anything that's not pre-mentioned, it's like, well, I would like to have that. Okay, well, fine, it's like.
Yeah, but I always said to people, what I'll probably leave behind is memories. That's it, and you can't fight over memories.
That's the most important thing, man. Memories. I mean, it ain't about money. It ain't about
material things.
Material shit. Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly. It's about memories, man. Make your memories happen. Spend your money on memories if you can.
That's it. I
live simple.
That's why I'm so broke today, because I bought memories my whole life. Fuck that money. I'm just going to buy me some memories, man.
That's why over here next to me there's a big purple folder with all brochures, concert tickets and things in it. Me and my dad have done it over the years, so when my dad gets ill or when he passes away, I can at least have that as a form of memories. I can look back and go, oh my God, we had so much fun. Because I can look back at everything that we've done. I literally file everything. I file restaurant receipts. I file concert tickets. I file, like, when we go to the local castle, I've filed the castle book. I've done everything that I know to keep hold of memories. So I can look back and go, oh my God, I did this. So I keep everything.
My
I can only think of one thing that I have any interest in. So if the kids want anything else, they're welcome to it.
They're welcome to it.
Yeah.
And
that is if no one's claimed the item I wanted. That is. you know,
Yeah, uh,
I just hope they don't check my browser history.
checking your browser history.
it's funny you say that, Roman. I was watching a guy on YouTube that has his home computer system hooked up to his heart monitor deal. Because he's got one of those wrist, fitness bands or whatever.
Right.
And if he's disconnected from that for more than 2 hours, the bottom of his desk or his computer unit sitting opens up like a trap door, opens up and it drops the CPU into a barrel with water in it. He's like, if I die, he's like, I want my computer to be fried. He's like,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Well, no,
That's stupid.
You gotta be kidding, man. You gotta be kidding. There's
There's-
no way that's true.
That is
Yeah.
stupid.
there are such eccentric people out there that go to the
extreme.
dumbest extremes in this world. All right, this is no shit. This back in 2000, and I'll never forget it. I met a guy. His whole computer system, he was so afraid that somebody could get into it and look at his personal shit, So he figured the best thing to do is hide everything. Well, he ran cat cable all the way to his house from where his computer is located. His goddamn computer is located in a chicken coop full of chickens. I said, "Are you freaking mad?" He goes,
Great shit box. That'll last about a week.
He goes, "It looks like a trough, a feeder trough. You put chicken feed in it." But he says it's fully encased and waterproof and it's vented. He says it's been in there for 3 years and I haven't had a single issue. I said, "What about dusting it?" "Oh no, I got it rigged up." He says, "I got these little solar fans running and I've got filters I change out once a month on it. So the air is all filtered." I said, "In your fucking chicken coop." I said, "Now, if you ever sell the place or you die, somebody decides they're going to tear down your chicken coop, they're going to find your power in there, and they're going to have a hell
Corn box.
looking at all of your shit. You think you're protecting that stuff?" "Oh, well, I thought it was pretty protected. Who the hell would think I'd look for my computer system in my chicken coop?" I said, I don't know. Maybe old Leghorn, Hey, boy, let's fire this machine up.
They're gonna find it.
Yeah, somebody's gonna find this son bitch. Yeah,
Hopefully it's not your mom.
That's like somebody told me, "Sty, have you gone through and deleted all your dirty pictures and everything on your computer?" I said, "Oh no, I wouldn't delete anything off my computer. I plan on sitting up on the other side of the pearly gates with a monitor watching people. Oh, look at what they just found on my machine. I bet you that. Oh my God. Do you think I'm going to give a shit what you find on my computer when I'm gone?" No,
I want
right?
my computer set up so when I die, it uploads everything. It's like, yeah, take
Yeah,
that.
so
Will.
everybody can see it. Yeah, have fun with this shit. Let's see how much of this gets locked. Yeah, that's it. Boy, if they uploaded everything I've got, how about?
They think Biden's laptop is interesting.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Well, and that's it. Is you got those extremists that'll do anything and everything, make sure nobody ever gets into their stuff. And then you got guys like Hunter Biden. "I'll just drop this laptop full of incriminating shit off at a local goddamn computer
I don't
shop."
care.
And so what? They've been calling me. "I'll pick it up Sunday." He treated it like something he pawned off, and I can give it up. Okay.
Pretty rare you meet triplet lesbian females that just are looking for a guy to break their habit.
Yeah.
Pretty rare. You need that video on your drive.
You
So
know,
people find that when you're dead.
talking about setting things up that'll, warn you about this or protect you against this or that. Well, this lifeline thing they're using on me, one of the questions they asked me, they said, some very important questions. They said, we need a local phone number, somebody local within 5 or 10 minutes of you that can come and check on you if we're trying to contact you and you're not answering. I said, no, it's got to be 45 minutes to 4.5 hours from me of anybody that would even waste their time coming over to check on my ass. They said, there's got to be somebody. I said, there ain't, so don't quit asking. There ain't nobody going to come over here and check on my ass because I didn't answer the lifeline. I said, what you do is you contact 911 and send over just one of their health checks, goddamn cop.
Get your EMT.
Yeah.
Well, and that reminds me, I was going to set up the passcode on that lockbox, put a key in there so your first alert people can have that code. If they have to send someone over, they can unlock the door instead of.
They already need it. They got to have it before they even set up tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And I already got a spot for a key. I just got to get one made tomorrow.
Because there's that lockbox by that window.
But you can't get to the fucker.
Well, you can take it off the wall. You just open it up. It's just 2 screws. Take it and mount it over by the mailbox or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll do that one day.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have them change the key location. I know what the combo is to it right now.
Right.
So we can leave it at that. Nobody else, just you, me, and your brother know that one, I think,
If he remembers it.
If he remembers it, right?
But he's got his own key, so it don't matter.
Boy, YouTube likes flagging everyone at Bradley's comments. But no, talking about that with that lifeline, right? One of the questions they had was, all right, they said you have certain options in your system. And one of those is that it will automatically detect if you have a major fall or something. And it'll call your contact numbers, whether it be 911 or, dial for help right away or a family member, whatever, in case you have a major fall or something. I told him, I said, you don't fucking know me.
Oh, fucking son of a bitch. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Now that doesn't happen often, but when it does.
Well, when it does, it dials Lifeline. No, I do not want that fall down shit on my Lifeline. I told him I fall down at least 3 times a week. Don't you know? I don't want that shit on there.
Well, and I'm thinking how many times you've dropped the remote or dropped your controller, or, have you dropped your little push button and it's like, oh, he fell.
That's it. That's something that should be going off all the time, the way I trip, stumble, and fall and shit. No. All I need is the button accessible. I'll push the fucking button. If I got to push it with my wiener, I will, but I'll push it.
Nobody wants to see that.
Well, I wouldn't be pushing it with my wiener if there was someone here. It's only if I've fallen, but
I can't be there.
I don't need Viagra. I don't need Viagra.
But I can't be there to guide your penis into the target.
Now listen, I don't need Viagra because when that television ad, I've fallen and can't get up, I'd be going, I've fallen and I still got up. Yeah. I don't care if I'm standing up or laying down. That ain't a problem.
He's like, I
though-
can dial 911 with my dick. It's no problem.
Right.
Beep, beep, beep.
Hey, I'm a tough old woodsman, man. I'm a tough old woodsman. I was out camping. I was out camping with two fellas, one from Germany, one from Norway, and those two started arguing with each other which ones were the toughest woodsmen, right? Well, that Norwegian, he said, "I'm the toughest woodsman. I'm the toughest woodsman." He says, "You see that mountain there? I can run from here to the top of that mountain and right back without breaking a sweat. That's how tough of a woodsman I was. I am," he says. Well, that German fella, he says, "That's bullshit." He says, "I can go out in the woods and I can cut trees that are 3 feet around, 8 feet long, put one on each shoulder and carry them into camp. I'm the best woodsman." And then the two of them said, "Well, what about Sty? I wonder what kind of woodsman he thinks he is." Ended the conversation when they turned and I was standing there stirring the fire with my dick. Yeah. Shut them right up.
Naturally.
Yeah. Who's the toughest woodsman? Get real. I'll show you.
I feel sorry for the woman that had to deal with that burnt end ass dick. That's horrible.
Hey, everybody likes a roasted marshmallow, don't they?
Well, I mean, sort of.
Roasted muffins.
I don't know.
Sort of.
I like chocolate in mine.
I just don't like putting chocolate on mine. That ain't
And
happening.
that's how
Now
they
you give
came
me-
up with
now you-
Little
now
Smoky.
you're giving me a different idea.
Roman got into that one right away. You figure that one out, yeah. Don't be putting those.
Reverend,
chocolate
you're giving me a different picture in my head. Never mind. Shut up, Gemma.
No, Jimmy, you're good.
It's always
There's
all
just
right.
no bottom to Sty.
You're always safe as long as you keep it in your mind.
Yeah,
The-
the way Roman just said that gave me a visual picture in my head. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Well, see, I know I've been well influenced by Sty when the other day I had an atheist tell me I'm going to hell.
Yeah, if that,
Running water. I could tell you a story that happened to me last year. I had my nephew here for the day, and a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses were banging on doors in a local apartment block to mine. And my nephew goes to the door. I'm like, "Whatever you do, don't answer the door." And this man shouts and shouts and shouts and shouts to me to open the door. My nephew's like, "Oh, Gemma, he's shouting, he's shouting, he's shouting." I was like, "Get back into the lounge. Don't answer. Just stay seated on the lounge." So he's like, "But they're screaming." And this guy was actually screaming and screaming and screaming at me. He's like, "I know you're disabled. You're going to go to hell." And he starts threatening me and shouting abuse at the door. And I'm like, "Dude, really? Like, you really want to start an argument with me?" And he was actually standing there for 45 minutes. I filmed him on my cell phone, recorded it all, sent it to the local feds who live down the road from my apartment. I'm like, "Check this out," for an hour of abuse. And literally, the guy stood there for a whole hour in the rain abusing me. I'm like, "Really, dude?"
People are morons. That's one thing I like with my Second Amendment rights here in the U.S. I would have answered the door. He wouldn't have appreciated it. I'd open the door and say, "You sound awful threatening," and I'm ready to defend myself. Can you tell? Can you tell what I'm holding?
Well, the second time, when he came back the second time I went to my kitchen and I've got a wireless teapot and I filled it up with water and I went to the door and I was like, "Now you've pissed me off." I said, "You come back here again." I said, "This water that's cold right now will be boiling. Do you get my message?" And I went to throw it out the door and I was like, "Don't push me." I was like, "Next time this will be flying out the door at you." He goes, "You can't do that. Try me."
Yeah.
I'm like, get lost.
Yeah, people.
So I've had people tell me I've gone to hell. I've had people tell me that because I'm disabled, I'm going to hell, that I'm going to suffer. I've had the worst of it from these Christian groups. It's ridiculous.
I had the opportunity. It was a little over a week ago, and it was fun. I had an atheist, saying, yeah, get the most out of life. He's telling me you got to get the most out of life. And, because this is the only life you got. And there's nothing after this and on and on. And I go, yeah. I said, I've dealt with your sort before. I said, and you're the guy on your deathbed that's going to swear up and down there's no heaven, but you're praying when everybody's got their backs turned that there ain't no hell. Yep, you swear there's no heaven, but you're praying there's no hell. I said, you're so full of shit, go away. I said, I don't need your crap. I said, I tell you what, everybody has their own end. They got to face it their own way, and they're going to go out believing whatever they believe. Don't try to sell them your bill of goods. It doesn't do any damn good anyway. It doesn't do any good.
Yeah,
anyway.
but I got to say, dude, I'm starting a new religion. It's cheeseburgers and pussy. That's it. That's the whole religion. It's cheeseburgers and pussy. I could write a book about it. Make it like a Bible.
I could almost go along with that. I don't know if I want to combine the two at the same time, but yeah, I could.
Well, I mean, I've seen some hazardous looking pussy, so I understand. But
that were
at the same
cheeseburgers.
time,
That were cheeseburgers.
It's all about
cheeseburgers and chocolate cake. You got me sold. Hell yeah.
Okay, all right. I want pussy and chocolate cake.
Yeah, you want super sex? I'll take the soup.
You get to that age and you go, I'll have the soup. What are you going to name your chapel there? The Eternal Fish Taco or what?
It's called German Chocolate Love.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be. I don't know where to go with it.
You're still in the development stage, so.
Well,
Yeah, I understand. Moses had to live 500 years to write all them books.
Yeah, our Holy Lady. Yeah.
Oh, hey, well.
Lady of Delicatessen.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, what a way to close out a day, eh? I mean, I do have to go though, guys. It's 5:00 here, and I gotta get dressed to go outside, go do my grocery shopping.
It's 11:05 for me.
And I've got about 2 hours of shit housework I got to do, straighten out this studio to make room for their equipment and stuff yet. And then I got to shake it out real early tomorrow. I got to be at the doctor's office by, I think it's 8:15, and then I'm there till 3 o'clock.
Nice video from me tomorrow, Sty. I'll tag your name in the title.
Okay. It sounds good.
Can I ask a question before you close out here, Sty?
Sure.
Why does Gemma look like the Incredible Hulk?
Because I'm in my bedroom with my sensory light on. It's purple. It makes me.
Your face is all green.
It's just the way the camera is.
Yeah, and my camera's an inbuilt on my laptop. So.
Okay, well, don't do that.
No, don't do that. Well, they got that.
Like if I have a purple light on, it makes me feel good because it's like
they got that. They got that new series out, the She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Trust me, Roman. You're not going to argue.
So watch it, buddy. She come over there, whop the hell out of you.
Well, I could use a good ass whooping. I'll be very honest with you.
Oh, don't do it, because I've heard him before.
Roman, you will regret picking a fight with me. Trust me.
When he says he wants an ass whooping, what he's saying is whip me, beat me, show me your care. I know what he's up to. Yeah.
I love you, Roman, but don't pick a fight with me.
Well, I'll roll around on you for a while.
I know you're my brother, Roman, but do not pick a fight with me. You do not want to go down that avenue with me. No.
But
I love you dearly,
Sure.
Roman, but don't pick a fight. Mm.
Running water must be running in a kind of no zone. You know, he is moving down the highway, so he's probably in a
Yeah.
dead zone somewhere. Hey guys, Bradley's got to go to Walmart too. That's where I'm heading, Walmart. The things I want, I can get at Walmart. I don't have to go to a
Yeah, I'm gonna grab
better
snack
a
before I
better
go to
grocery
bed.
store. I can just go to Walmart for the things I need to fill my shopping list. The don't go to Walmart for fresh things. That
I just bought a Walmart Plus membership, so text me for the password.
Roman, please let us know how you get on with your leg tomorrow, please. Roman,
What?
drop me a message drop me a message about how you get on with your leg tomorrow, please. I want to know how you are tomorrow. Drop me a message.
Okay.
you're gonna get babysat,
Please.
buddy. That girl babysit you. She'll keep an eye
Apparently.
on your ass. Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I
Her
know.
and Samantha Lee are both the
It's because I care about you, dude. You're my brother. Like, I want to make sure you're all right. So drop me a
I
message.
appreciate that. And I will. I will try.
okay.
Thank
With that,
you. Or
guys.
if not, I'll
let's wrap.
chase you either way.
With that, guys.
Well, I'm not hard to
let's get
find. Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's not.
Sorry.
I didn't
Bye,
see him in
everybody
here
in the
tonight.
chat.
I was watching for Justin 218 tonight. I wanted to thank that boy for. Oh my God, he sent me 2 huge sticks of summer sausage to die for. I've got about a pound left on the first stick to finish eating. I'll eat that tonight. I've been eating sausage for a week, and I still got 1 huge stick in that fridge. Oh, that stuff's to die for. And so I'm
Nice.
sad that he wasn't here today, but that boy did he do me a good turn. Did me an awesome good turn.
I didn't know you liked sausage so much. I'd send you more pictures.
Now watch it. Watch it. Yeah, that's too heavy on the natural casing. I mean, no. Okay, anyway. But all right. We got to wrap this up, guys. We have to wrap this up. I love y'all. Thanks for making my Sunday as usual. You always do. And hey, we'll see you next Sunday for sure. During the week, I doubt I'll pop up because I'm going to be. It's going to just be a nasty week. So, but I'll be back here with bells on Sunday for sure. You bet. I can't do without you guys. At least once a week, I got to get a good dose of you guys. So with that, I'm going to grab the girl in the fur coat out here on the porch, and I'm going to do the shuffle with her. And then I'm the hell out of here and heading to Walmart. Until next Sunday, all of you take care. Okay. Love you. Bye, guys.
Good luck, buddy.